And listen, bro. So I pull up to this big ass house, and then I walk around the side of the building. Right, he like come through the side gate. I come through the side gate, bro. It's like a fucking 400-foot fucking projector screen, like outside of the pool, swimming pool, bro. And the fucking view of the city, like over the rail. This nigga got two swimming pools. This shit is insane, bro. Some shit I've never seen before. He got like fucking a fucking like a little river flowing like on the side of the shit. So I walk in, I go through the basement. Now, mind you, this nigga basement is bigger than most people's houses, right? So I walk down the stairs into the basement. Yeah, walk downstairs, and I'm like, damn, this nigga rich. You feel me? So I go in the basement, and fucking here go Teddy Riley. You feel me? He's standing over talking to one of his assistants or something. So Brown come down. He's like, all right, I'm finna introduce you to Teddy. So I come over and this nigga floats over like Jesus. You feel me? Shit funny. This shit remind me of like a Chappelle episode when he was talking about Rick James. This is what it felt like.
Check. The place is here. The time is now. You are tuned into the motherfucking lunch table. We got your boy Savo in the building. I'm blessed with another guest. You see it. Now I got Boneface in the building, man. Boneface Ink Master himself. So many. We can go on and go on. But like I say, I give everybody the opportunity to introduce themselves, you know what I'm saying, in their own words. You know, I can speak for you and misspeak. But as y'all can see, once again, we got Mr. Boneface in the building. We're going to start with your name. How did you choose that particular name? How did that originate? And then we're going to ease into your background.
The name was just on some fluke shit. It wasn't really nothing that deep. I got the name when I was probably about 15, 16 years old. Started out as a rapper before anything. And I can remember working at Wendy's, and I was working with somebody that was from my old neighborhood, and they were friends with my older brother. And I was on the grill that day, and at the time I was probably 6 foot, maybe 140 pounds soaking wet. So I had like this like sunk in facial structure, right? And then I didn't have facial hair at the time either, so it was like I had like the skeleton face.
A bony ass face.
So the manager, we used to just joke all the time, and she was trying to get by, and she was like, man, get your bone face ass out the way. And I was like, damn, like that shit was funny, but that shit kind of hit.
Yeah.
And at the time, my rap name was V-Now, right? So I was just like, damn, I'm gonna add that to it. So I became V-Now the Boneface right there in Wendy's. Yeah, and I
V-Now
with it,
the Boneface.
Yeah, and then eventually I dropped the V-Now and just started going by Boneface.
Give me the duration on that. How long did you start going with that until you started realizing, nah, this ain't it?
Now, V-Now was fire. It had a definition. The definition meant wrong but forgiven. So that was just like my moniker before then. And then Boneface, V-Now the Boneface, and it just seemed like it was too long, too much, and I wanted to drop part of it off, and I dropped the V-Now off and just started going by Boneface, and that rolled over into tattoos and everything else.
I was gonna say this for later in, but we on your name now. And he wanted me to ask you real quick, but as far as Big Bone, shout out my dog. He wanted me to ask, as far as today, or just as far as lately, as far as relevance, do people reference the both of you just with the whole Bone in your name? Do people mistake you for him or him for you as far as when the name is presented?
100%. We've been dealing with that since he was a kid. I'm way older than him, so the name really mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he came later with the Big Bone, but
just let it be known.
Yeah.
I really just
People ask me all the time, like, "Hey man, do you do grills?" And they ask me, "Do he do tattoos?" So we get confused all the time. Shout out to Big Bone. Yeah.
Hey, shout out my dog. Going to your background, man. Like I say, I know where you're from. We know where you're from, but for the people that's watching this for the first time, maybe introducing you. Hey, man. But where you from, man? Where you coming out of?
I'm from Escambia Arms. That's originally where I'm from. I moved from Escambia Arms when I was maybe 10, 11 years old. I moved to California for a couple of years, and then I came back and moved to Montclair. And that's where, I'm from Montclair and Escambia Arms.
4482 East.
Yeah, from 4408 Chantilly Way.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell people, bro, if you ain't got a 44 on your address, now let me stop. Shout out to Bristol. Shout out to Bristol. Shout out to everybody on the other side of Montclair Road that's still on the other side of Bristol, you know what I'm saying? But shout out Fremont and everything. But yo, if you're on 44 on Montclair Road,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a different flex when you say you from Montclair.
And I'm for real. Been like Montclair original. We are like the ones that got the park built.
Oh
like,
shit!
Yeah, my era. Like, I can remember we went and petitioned for the park. We got that, and then we petitioned for them to put basketball goals out there.
Word.
We got that, and we were trying to get the park named after Alex Gordon's brother Anthony Gordon, who passed away at the park. But they went with Bristol. Yeah, but yeah, like I grew up in Montclair. I moved from Scamby. I spent some time in Inslee too. Though. I stayed in Inslee a little bit. Mockingbird Lane. I was over there for a couple years. I moved all around as a kid, but my roots are Scamby Arms in Montclair for sure.
For sure. Like I say, 44. I stayed at the top, right by the damn railroad track. I miss hearing that. There's something so peaceful about hearing a railroad, even though it's not.
Yeah, that shit a whole different place now though.
I see.
Montclair used to be different. It's a little wild now. I ain't been out there in a minute, but
it's kind of dead. But going back to you, this is another alley-oop question I wanted to. Well, somebody wanted to ask me. Well, someone wanted to want me to ask you this, love. But going back to a Scamby Arms, and you basically that's your primary roots. How were you able to overcome the influence of your surroundings that was the Scamby Arms?
It's almost like one of those things that when you're born in the jungle, that's all you know is the jungle. You kind of adapt naturally. You don't even know you're in the environment that you're in. You feel me? If you're born in the wild, you don't know you're in the wild until you see civilization. So I was just born in it, bro, and I just naturally adapted to everything around it. And it's just like when you're around nothing but poor people, you don't know you're poor. When you're around nothing but the wild, you don't know you're wild. So it's just one of those things that by the time I realized like what I was actually in, you feel me, I was already out of it. You feel me? So it's just like one of those, So it's like one of those spaces to where you move away and you start seeing nicer things or nicer places and nicer people, and you start realizing like, wow, I was really in some shit. You know, like But by the time I realized what type of upbringing I had, I was already out of it.
Yeah, because definitely pretty much crushed my segue question, because I was going to say, as far as you broaden your mindset, did it take for you actually moving out, or did you realize that while you were in by certain different lanes? For instance, with today, opposed to back when you were growing up, y'all, the internet was a thing, but how the internet is today and social media, and how basically you have access to the world through your phone. A young kid today may still have some sort of for lack of other words, education or reference to what's outside or what's abroad via their phone or their device or their screen, so they still can develop some sort of aspiration or inspiration to get out while they're still in, without actually having to get out to know what's out there. They still can see, okay, this is what I need to go get.
Right.
Like, opposed to when you were growing up, like, so y'all just knew what was in y'all proximity.
100%.
So it's totally different. But yeah, you answered my segue question. But I imagine and I just pray, with the availability of what's out there through what we have inside, that more youth take heed to it. But for the most part, I see it ain't happening. But I just pray that it does.
Right.
I teach that to my little niggas so much. Like, yeah,
I'm kind of grateful though that we didn't have those devices to see abroad though, because I think I would have missed a lot of the lessons. I would have missed a lot of a lot of the stuff that groomed me. I would have missed it looking outward, and I think that's what happens a lot too though, is that we're focused so much on what's outside and what's not in front of us that we miss what's in front of us. You feel me? Looking outside. So I'm grateful that we didn't. I feel like those were the best years before the internet years, before TV years. You feel me?
No, I feel that those years that I had actually outside, yeah, I wouldn't trade that. And I was the era where we had inside and outside, you can say, with the video games and all this shit. But definitely we was outside playing ball in the streets, getting girls, whatever we want to say, all that, whatever. So I had a little bit of both. But You mentioned earlier initially that with your name V9 and everything, music came first before anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to ask what came first, the love for art/tattoos or music, but it was music. At what age we're gonna reiterate and tap back into that. That's the actual segment. At what age did you start music, and how many albums do you have under your belt thus far? So we're gonna go through your discography briefly.
My first, how many albums do I have? I don't even know how many albums I got. I don't know. It's a lot of them though.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's like 9 or 10. I don't know. It might be more than that. I do know my first one was what was it? Boneface. It was V Now. Forced to Feed the Family was my first one. No, matter of fact, the first one was V Now the Boneface, and I recorded that with Vito G. Shout out to Vito G. I just did his platform as well. In the Yo with Vito G. But
Shout out.
yeah, he actually was the one that recorded my first album. I think I was 15. He was living over on Aries. I would go over to Aries every day and do a song until I had the album. And that was my first CD that I dropped. That was back in, I think that was 1999, maybe 1999.
Still pushing.
I'm old as fuck. It's been around a long time.
I want to be the Kevin Hart.
Dang! Yeah, like 1998, 1999, my first
I
CD.
respect that shit though.
Yeah, for sure. So that was that. But yeah, that's when I dropped my first project. But I started rapping around about 10 or 11 years old. I picked it up from my older brother, Dynamite D.
Did it evolve from like writing poetry, or you just wanted to rap?
No, I just wanted to rap. I I was into poetry and all sorts. I just always felt like I was gonna be like an English major. You feel me? Growing up, yeah, I was somebody that from the age of 11 to 12, I carried around a dictionary and a thesaurus in my backpack everywhere I went. So I think what's crazy about it is that I feel like I was one of the best rappers on the planet that nobody knew about between the ages of maybe 16 and 24, 25. That's when I was really like engulfed in music, like to where every day, everything I did was music. Every day I woke up, studio. I had a studio in my den, all the way from the karaoke days. You feel me? But yeah, I lived and breathed music, bro. I studied words. I read all the time. I was just like trying to get an edge because I always felt like the most intelligent person makes the better rapper.
And we feel that as far as the skill, because we equate that to any type of craft, we feel that. But as far as the consumer standpoint, when we see what the people actually consume, like, damn, this what they like?
I think people like what they're familiar with. I don't even think it's a necessary thing that people like stupid music. I just think that's what...
You don't think they like stupid music?
I think people like whatever people put in front of them. It's just like one of those things. How many times have you been listening to the radio and they play a song over and over again? That's why it's called programming. And whatever you get used to hearing, that's what you recite. And I think that people are inherently children. Like, what's the first thing you learn in school?
ABCs.
Cat in the Hat. You feel me? Yeah. You feel me? Dr. Seuss, right? So it's just like there's a connection with that type of music that because we don't never really grow up as adults. We just grown kids.
It's easily catchy.
Right. So there's a connection to it, to where it's like cat, fat, hat, dog. You feel me? So when people make simplistic music with a simple rhythm, with a good rhythm, that's what takes you. It's not necessarily like stupid music. They just have a connection to simplicity. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think there can be a combination of both. But I also still think that people take to whatever you feed them. I feel that if the radio was all Talib Kweli, that's what people would like. If that's what the programming was. You feel me? It's just that people have switched the programming. Whoever's in charge of these stations have decided, or whatever the platforms are, have decided that this is the narrative that we want to push, and this is what we want. This is what's working, right? Yeah, and when something else starts selling, they'll switch it.
And I'm not here to, of course, this is the conversation.
For sure.
Ain't no yes man, ain't no, but
no, you're not supposed to be.
But of course, like, not even being devil's advocate. But I feel what you're saying. But I feel like it's so many people that, for the most part, yes. But dog, there are a lot of stupid people out here that like stupid shit.
100%. But the thing about it is that the programming determines what we are too. So if like the music is stupid, the TV is stupid, the movies are stupid, then the people are stupid. If the movies are educational, if the TV is educational, you feel me? If the movies are educational, then the people are educated.
But you don't feel like, okay, let's say we got 100 channels, and 98 of those channels are substance channels, like the shit that we actually need to feed our souls. But we got 2 channels that's gonna give us stupid shit. You telling me those 2 channels ain't gonna get traction still?
They'll get traction, but the 98 channels are still overrule those.
And I feel that.
Because if you when you go to other places and visit other countries and see something outside of Pensacola, you notice that people take on the environment. You feel me? Yeah. That's just the way it is. It's just like you naturally adapt. If you come to Florida, right, hot to you is gonna be 98 degrees, right? Yeah. But when you go to Chicago, hot to you is 78 degrees. You feel what I'm saying?
Don't give me flashbacks.
Yeah, so it's the climate. It's the climate. It's always the climate. So it's just like anything you can throw out there, there's always gonna be a other side of it. You feel what I'm saying? To where like you can see how that happened. It's a cause and effect to all of it. And it's just all of it's program. Everything is by design. I don't think none of this shit is just a coincidence.
And I feel that. And from a business standpoint, and from their whole design and their infrastructure, that is, we can say the industry right now, and what they're giving incentive to, as far as the message that's on the media, on the media, whatever content that we hear, see, whatever we can see is destructive. So. And we all have a definitive answer, but we're just going to just open it for the sake of this conversation and this interview. But with the whole objective and incentive on what's selling, like you said, if they actually gave incentive to the positive shit and push that in the forefront, maybe more people would consume that shit. But we're seeing what they're giving incentive to. So definitively, what I'm asking or proposing is, like I said, we already know the answer. Not necessarily rhetorical. I do want to just hear your retort. But you can say it's kind of rhetorical because we already know the outcome. But as far as the industry's objectives, so you're saying, no, we're going to push this objective and give the incentive to this to diminish the people, opposed to, hey, we have everything out here. We have all these genres and subgenres out here, but we see what the people are clinging to, so we are going to invest in what the people are already clinging to. So, is the chicken before the egg?
Nah, it's 2 birds, 1 stone.
Give it to me.
Yeah, it's 2 birds, 1 stone. It's one of those things to where, like, if I can make a profit, right, and destroy something at the same time, right? If I can get rich off of destroying my enemy, then that's a win-win. You feel me? Because the thing about it, my main objective may be the money, right? To destroy you might be secondhand, right? But if I can destroy you and get the money, why wouldn't I? So if I got, okay, cool, I got 2 options. I can push this genre of music that will be successful and it's going to make a lot of money. Or I can push this genre of music that's going to make me even more money and I can crush my enemy. You feel me? I can keep them in despair. I can put them in a place where they never rise. Which one I'm going to choose?
100%.
Yeah, I'm going to choose the one where I can do both. It's 2 birds, 1 stone.
100%. Yeah. But to that latter point, like I say, because it's not as if those other options aren't available. Like I say, the higher ups in the industries are choosing who to give the incentives to. But it's like you got the salad right there next to all the bad shit in the buffet line. It's right there.
That's the perfect analogy.
The motherfuckers ain't touching the salad.
That's the perfect example.
So why the hell should we keep making more salads?
The salads are for the people who, because the thing about it is we want everybody's money too, right? It's the same thing. That's a perfect analogy. When you go to McDonald's, I'm sure they sell way more burgers than salads. But there's still a salad on the menu, right? But the salad is on the menu to get somebody like me to pull up, right? Who wants a salad and be enticed by the burger. You feel me? So now I can kill him too. I can kill the salad eating niggas too. You feel me? Because eventually you're going to pull up for a salad one day and say, what? Man, you know what? Let me get a Big Mac instead. You feel me? And before you know it, I'm ordering Big Macs and I bypass the salad. So that's why the salad is on the menu. You feel me?
And I agree 100%. Yeah. But like I got to put devil's advocate just for the world. But I say from a business standpoint, from that fast food standpoint, perfect analogy. Let's say, okay, we gonna make a decision this month. Nothing but salads on the menu. and let's see how business run. Do you think people are, or the business is willing to risk seeing what happens if they only serve salad?
Hell no, because they didn't start out selling salads. That's the beauty in it. That's what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
I don't think white people or the industry set out to say, all right, cool, we're going to destroy people with music. It's something you figure out along the way. You feel me? So the burger was first. They didn't think like, all right, cool, we're going to kill people with burgers, because the burger was different initially, right? I'm putting together a great product that I feel like is going to make people buy it. A burger, right? So once I start mass producing these and I can't keep up with the quality of the burger, right? The same way McDonald's was. They had a McDonald's burger ain't the same burger it was back in the 60s or 70s when it started, right? But it's like when it's mass production and I can't appease everybody, I got to figure out a quick way to make these. Right. And I got to make a cheaper way to make these. So now I start sacrificing the quality of the product
because
to sell
the
more
demand
burgers.
is so high.
The demand is so high. So I have to sacrifice the quality to meet the demand, right? So now I'm making a half-ass burger just to make the money, because now the mission is not a good burger. The mission is more money. You feel me?
But in reference to that demand, as far as the whole initiative behind the demand, is it that, okay, we have the objective, we are going to purposely kill everyone, including ourselves, or it's like, okay, we see how lucrative and how profitable it is, and hey, everyone is, unbeknownst to them, they're killing themselves rapidly. It's money here. Let's get this money.
100%. It's just one of those things that were like
Are they killing us, or are we killing us?
both. Yeah, we killing ourselves because it's a choice. It's a choice to consume. You feel me? So at the end of the day, and that's why it's just like at the end of the day, I think people have to the accountability is the word. Yeah, you have to be accountable for what you put in your body. If there's a lot of products out there that are poisonous, it's just like, but people care about profit. They don't care about the people. You feel me? So it's just like when I'm selling the product, it's like everybody doesn't have the integrity of quality control. It may start out that way, but when one thing that overrides that is money. You've watched a bunch of people change once they get a few dollars in your pocket. You've had some friends who were your best friend when they were broke, but the second they get a few dollars in their pocket, you kind of see who they really are. You feel me? And it's just like everybody got integrity when they broke. Everybody got integrity when they start, but I want to see what you are. Like my thing is, like right now we're doing the lunch table, right? And the lunch table is going to be a big thing one day. I know this, right? It's going to be massive. I'm telling you this. I know this, right? I watch your interviews. I see your style. I see how brilliant you are, right? Sure. It's going to be a big thing one day, right? So Savo right now, I don't know you. You feel me? I'm gonna know Savo when the lunch table blow up. That's when I'm gonna figure out who Savo is. You feel me? So it's just like we don't really know who we are, bro, until we touch something or seen something or been in a position that's like bigger than what we are. You feel me? You kind of find out who you are yourself sometimes. You like, damn, like you have to look back and be like, damn, bro, like I'm tripping. Like I'm really bugging. Like you have to go look in the mirror and see who you are. Yeah. But like right now we don't know, because when you need people and you need assistance and you need help and you need people in your corner, right. You feel me? You desperation will make anybody kind. You feel me?
You'll reach for a twig in the ocean.
100%. You feel me? Yeah, but when that position changes, then we see who we really are. You feel me? So yeah, this is one of those things. So, but when these people are building things, bro, everything starts small. McDonald's started small. Burger King started small. But when that wealth came, everything changes. You feel me? And nobody cares about anything. So I don't necessarily even think it's a racist or racial thing. You feel me? I don't think it started out that way. But it becomes a thing too, that we're like, shit, if I'm a white supremacist and I have a outlet or a means to build something that makes me rich and destroys everything I hate, it's a win-win. And if these people keep walking into this fucking death trap, then that's on them. Because the thing about it is we sit here all the time and talk about how music is destroying our community or how it contributes to the destruction of our community, right? But ain't nobody doing nothing. It's
but
like they are, but not enough. I think it's a thing that we're like, bro, it's so weird. I've seen young dudes die around here, right? In a certain fashion, right? It might be on some street shit, right? And it's just like we say that the violence need to stop and we say that things need to change. And then I go to the repast. Guess what kind of music playing?
What they imagine they would have listened to like a month prior in the club type shit.
The same shit. You feel me? Yeah. So it's just like, bro, we don't get it, bro. We don't get it. I I think change requires a sacrifice that a lot of people aren't willing to make. I don't think people understand that in order for something to change, you gotta sacrifice and give something up, and nobody wants to give anything up. People want to lose weight without stop eating.
Great segue.
People want to get strong without going to the gym. You feel me? People want a fat ass without working out. You feel me? Like nobody wants to sacrifice anything to get the things that they want, bro, and that's the problem.
But no, like that whole segue in full circle just brought me back to just remembering my point and everything when we were talking about accountability and everything, and how it takes accountability for the people to really take grasp of the shit and do what's right. But as far as what the industry or what they're pushing, I was gonna say what trumps that in a way, because like I said, I feel you, but for the masses, what seems to be trumping that accountability, that path to a better you, is comfort. Comfort and convenience, dog. That trumps everything. Nigga, restaurants and food courts are going out of mall because of DoorDash. Like, bro, the world is getting way more comfortable and more convenient. So that's why, like, you don't see people going through the discomfort of working out, of dieting, because it's so comfortable to keep, to, like, unbeknownst to you, kill yourself. But in reality, in that moment in time, they don't have that foresight. All they see is, I want to make myself comfortable right now. And then, like, in how America is set up, how we work our ass, bust our ass all through the day. When we come home, when we need that just little sliver of comfort, that's how we choose to do it. Everyone has their vices on how they choose to be comfortable at some point of the day, but that comfort and convenience seems to be trumping that accountability.
They say that there's no success and no win in the comfort zone, though. You feel me? And it spins all the way back around to what we were talking about, right? When we talked about my upbringing in the Scambia Arms, and you asked me, like, what was that like for me? And I said, I don't know, because I didn't know. I was in it. You feel me? So I think the comfort and the convenience part of it, right? If there was no DoorDash, it wouldn't be you, or no pizza delivery man, right? If it didn't exist, getting in your kitchen and fucking cooking something would be normal.
Right.
It wouldn't be a act of comfort or convenience. It's just, that would be your comfort and your convenience, getting in the kitchen and cooking, right? So I think that our exposure and the things being available and we see them is what causes the comfort and inconvenience, right? So it's just like a thing to where we do this all the time in relationships. The worst thing that could ever happen to a relationship is the internet, right? You meet this woman, right? You meet this beautiful woman, right? The woman of your dreams, right? Y'all are living. And the best way to success in a relationship is isolation, right? In my opinion, right? So you isolated with this beautiful woman, right? You don't know nothing else. All you know is this, right? So you get a cell phone.
You got all the options in the world.
You get social media now.
All the options in the world.
And now you clicking and scrolling, and all of a sudden your woman ain't so perfect no more. All of a sudden she ain't the most beautiful no more. All of a sudden you looking in other directions. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the part of it that's killing us. Is just too much exposure to shit that we shouldn't be exposed to. You got to think, if you take us back to a space to where there were no phones and there were no TVs, all you knew what was in your vicinity, right? Yeah. You feel me? And you weren't exposed. You didn't go out and see 100,000 women a day. You feel me? You seen the 2 little cute girls in your neighborhood or a couple girls in your classroom, and that's what you chose from. You feel me? So I think that comfort and convenience are actually the enemy, and that's the thing that's keeping us down. You feel what I'm saying? And we have to understand that if you're comfortable, probably something wrong. If it's convenient, something wrong. It's convenient costs you and comfort costs you. You feel me? So, and those are the easiest things to beat. Those are the easiest things to do. It's easy to do DoorDash. It's easy to not work out. It's easy to do these things, but these things cost you more. It's like you're gonna pay now or pay later.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. But I was gonna say, just continue the devil's advocate. We're gonna proceed for sure.
For sure. Yeah, we rolling.
The whole point of that, like say, if there was no this or that, if there was no evolution to this, it's like say with what separates us as far as a species, I believe, is our innovation. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, damn, I wish there was some way to make this easier. we should put our brains together. It's gonna be a motherfucker to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the problem. It's gonna be a motherfucker to find a way to cut the corner.
Right. But I just think we got to make the right things easy, bro. Like I don't think it makes sense for us to build a building brick by brick when we can build a machine to help us with that, right?
For sure.
Yeah, but it's just certain parts of things that we can't sacrifice. We got to know how far is too far. Yeah. It's just like with AI and technology right now. It's just like one of those things that we're like, damn, do we really need a car that drives itself?
Bro,
you feel me? Like, do we really need this? Like, it's just like we got to ask ourselves, do we really need these things? You feel me? Are they helping or hurting us? Is it a good comfort and convenience, or is it something that's going to backfire later?
It's just the fact that convenience is so lucrative.
Yeah.
No, we actually have like lunch table episodes where we got apps and shit where we pull up an AI and interrogate that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit's so crazy. Like we got clips that's going viral on TikTok right now of us interrogating AI, and it's scary, candid responses.
100%.
But that shit,
I'm sure I've done it in my own time, so I already know how dark it gets.
Like for real,
it's dark, bro. It's dark for sure.
Going back to your music though, man. Like we already mentioned that it's so like as far as evolution and everything, and how everything has evolved, and even with rap and hip hop, there's so many sub genres and so many pockets and so many ways it's compartmentalized. But what genre would you put yourself in? Would it be a subgenre, or what would you consider yourself?
It's rap. Yeah, it's rap. I mean, you feel me? Like I don't try to separate myself and make myself something different. It's rap. I just think I do feel like I'm original. I don't think there's anybody that I sound like or anybody that I've mimicked or designed my style after. I feel like I'm in my own pocket of rap, but it's rap for sure. For sure.
Why is it important for you to create content with substance at least?
It's just I create the things that I feel like we need.
The salad.
Yeah, I create the things I feel like we need because it's enough of the other shit out here. Everybody got a hamburger. You feel me? But I'm trying to create something that we need that not everybody's making. And that's the type of music I grew up on anyway. Like music had substance when I was growing up. Like even if it was street music, even if it was violent music, it was telling a story and it had some substance. You feel me? There was a rhyme and a reason. You feel me? If you heard somebody say somebody got killed, there was a rhyme and a reason to it. If you hear somebody rap about women in a derogatory fashion, there was a rhyme and a reason to it. Like when you hear something like Tupac's "Brenda Got a Baby,"
that was a game in my mind.
You feel what I'm saying? There was a rhyme and a reason. When you hear UGK, one day you here, one day you gone, there was a rhyme and a reason. Like music just had substance when I was growing up, and I'm a product of that. I don't know how to do it any other way. You feel me? And I'm just grateful that I grew up in the era of music that I grew up in. The most important part for somebody that's rapping, that's aging, is just like figuring out like how to stay relevant, because you can't. You have to grow, right? And you have to
evolve. For sure.
Yeah, you have to evolve, but I think you still got to act your age too. Yeah, you got to act your age. Like I understand, and my thing is like I can look at somebody like NBA YoungBoy and not like turn my nose up at him because I understand where he at. He's a kid, you feel me? Like this is the same shit I did when I was a kid, and eventually he'll grow up and grow out of it, and hopefully he'll act this age too, and he'll take those fans with him, and they'll grow together. You feel me? So it's just like I don't turn my nose up at the younger generation. I just understand that that's their time, and I have my time, and I have to like focus on my era and my people. You feel me? And people my age, because there's people my age that still enjoy rap. You feel me? So it's just like I gotta service them. You can't get every audience. I think that's people's issue too. They try to get every audience, and when somebody doesn't take to them, they feel some type of way. You'll have somebody with that'll post something and they get 999 likes and 2 negative comments, and they crying about the negative comments. And I'm just like, bro, it's 2 of them. Focus on the good. Focus on what you got in front of you. But it's just a thing where everybody feel like everybody gotta like them. They gotta have every audience, and I don't feel like that.
There's definitely a lot of NBA old boys out here, man. It's a lot of old jits.
You say NBA old boys, for sure. And it's just like trying to stay relevant. I watch certain artists, bro, and I'm just like, damn, bro, you gotta grow up, bro. Like you still want to be young so bad. You still popping the same shit you was popping 20 years ago.
But like I fuck with Jim Jones.
How did you pick that?
But I fuck with
How did
Jim
you
Jones.
pick that though? I swear that's the person that was on my mind, but I ain't. You feel me? but it's crazy. But I get it, bro. But you gotta act your fucking age. The Jim Joneses of the world are the issue.
Come on, man.
Like how you gonna be?
Set, man.
Yeah, but
Come
how
on, baby.
how you gonna be the OG though? How you gonna be the OG if you ain't growing, bro? You popping the same shit the young jits popping. That's why they don't respect us. Cause it's just like we used to like dread running into that old dude that's about to scold us and tell us young nigga, you feel me? Do this, do that, you feel me? And it's like it was valuable even though you didn't want to hear it. They don't get that no more. You feel me? It's old niggas calling young niggas big bro. Because they got the bag. You feel me? Yeah, it's crazy. It's like if I get on the song with NBA Youngboy, my verse should be different than his. You feel me? You go first, Jit. I'm going to come behind you with something else and we going to vibe. You feel me? Like we got to bridge the gap, but like, bro, act your age.
Yeah, or I would imagine he would try to adjust to your style, if anything.
Yeah, but he shouldn't though. Be you and I be me. That's the whole point of the collaboration. You feel me? And that's the beauty of this, right? Is that I like your platform because I'm going to come to your platform and Sabo gonna be Sabo.
For sure.
You feel me? I'm not gonna influence you to be a certain type of way. You're gonna be you. And that's the part of it that's respected. You feel me? It's gonna be you gonna push back how you push back, and we're gonna have good dialogue and conversation. And whether we agree or not, you feel me? It's gonna make for a good show. You feel me? And then we're gonna be good after, and we're gonna learn something from each other. But I can't learn nothing from you if you yes man, and then you can't learn nothing from me if I'm yes man, and I can't try to be you and learn nothing from you. You feel me? I gotta be me. So I think that's the issue. Is that bro? It's just old niggas don't want to grow up, bro.
But what you just said though, like as far as it's just our interaction right now, I think my knack with this shit is because for the most part, I agree with everything you're saying. But I understand for the most part, as far as its content, playing that devil's advocate, there is an opposition.
100%.
For the chance of them not being here, let's see what you would have to retort to with this particular opposition. So yeah, that's my particular.
And that's what makes you brilliant, though. I think that's what makes a great interview. I think that's what makes a great show is to be able to go. But that's what makes great conversation anyway. To be able to go outside of your point of view and see how somebody else would see it.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but the issue with people is they only know how to see it how they see it. They can't even see how somebody else would see it different. You feel me? So that's why it's like when you come back with these comebacks, I already know what the opposing opinion of my opinion is most of the time. You feel me? So when you shoot it back at me, I got a rebuttal for that too because I already know what people think. I already know how they see the other side. But that's what makes this brilliant, though.
Yeah, that's what people don't get, though. That's what people do not get. Like, I make it look so easy just because I have a knack just for human interactions, for conversing, for conversations, for engaging. That's what makes that's what translates to this. People think, oh, he's just talking to people. I can do that. And I see a million podcasts.
Nah, it's difficult, bro. It's difficult. And I've seen a million podcasts, and I know who's good and I know who's not. And that's why I came to you how I came to you. Because like I don't know you from a can of paint. Never met you before in real life. Didn't know how tall, small, none of that. You feel me? It's just a thing that was like, bro's got talent. He's special. You feel me? I've watched you interview different people and it's just like, and I knew I said eventually he gonna reach out. But I'm glad you waited because it gave me time to kind of consume everything you were doing. I didn't care what the set looked like. I didn't care what kind of equipment it was. I didn't care about quality. And these are things that I usually like monitor, like, bro, it gotta look right if I'm gonna be there, or it gotta be right if I'm gonna be there. I didn't give a damn.
Sure it was right, though.
Yeah, I didn't give a damn. Right. You feel me? Because I understood the value and the quality of whatever we did, no matter where it was gonna be in the content itself and the conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how we got here.
Yeah, bro. And I appreciate that, man. Like I say, reached out to you, and your response, bro, definitely humbled me. Said you was a fan, you watched the work, so I appreciate that, man. That just let me know I'm doing something right. Cause like I say, like I tell people a lot. On my end, I don't receive. I don't know if it's people that are just envious. I don't know if it's they just feel like they're submitting themselves or in some way, but I don't get no feedback. And I know it's a lot of great. I know I do a good job, but I don't get shit. So there's no gratification or nothing to motivate me necessarily to keep me going from the people as far as the consumer standpoint. Like, I don't get the good jobs. I don't get that interview was fine. Most of the time, it's the people that I interview, they get out of that and they tell me, like, I heard a lot of shit. Like, I ain't heard shit.
Get used to it, though. Get used to it because that's what happens when you're great at something is that greatness is uncomfortable for people who aren't great, bro. You feel me? Greatness, like, it's like the handsome nigga walking in the room And like, imagine you getting all the girls and a real handsome nigga walk in the room and everybody turn to him. It's real fucking uncomfortable, bro. You like, damn, bro, like he finna take all the hoes. It's like you're not dapping him and shaking. If you smart, you are. You feel me? If you smart, you are, right? So I think just like being in this space, bro, and doing what you do, you got to get used to people not acknowledging you. But the thing about it, the beauty in that is that the people who matter always see you. You feel me? Like it's just like in a room full of rappers, it's like nobody wants to feature with the dude who's a monster, right? Yeah. But the people who matter, no, they recognize it. You feel me? But it's just like people like get used to not being recognized, get used to not being acknowledged, get used to not people not telling you a good job. You're doing a good job because you're a threat. And when you're a threat, you ain't gonna hear it a lot.
That shit crazy though, cause like when you actually like when listen invited, but when you are in my space or in my proximity, you realize, bro, I'm like one of the most loving and accepting dudes, people in this world, and I lead with respect, and I want nothing but life and love for every human being that I come across, bro. Like, why the fuck would I have a hater?
Yeah, you got haters, bro, because of that, right? You got haters because people love you, and I think that's the issue. Like you singing my story, bro. Like I get called arrogant, I get called egotistical, I get called, you feel me, narcissistic, all types of things, right? But these opinions are all coming from people who have never crossed paths with me, right? But you are never going to hear somebody that's had a real encounter have that opinion, and that's fine because the beauty in that is that when you affect the people that matter in the room, right? The people that don't matter, the people that matter in the room will tell the story to the people who don't matter. So it's just like a thing to where like I'll go somewhere and somebody will be saying, man, Savo and woo woo woo, all negative shit. I've met you, right? And I'm somebody that's gonna sing your praises and say, nah, that ain't it. You feel me? And I have the platform, so I matter more. Most of the people who have a negative opinion about you don't have a platform either. If you go to people who usually have negative comments and something negative to say, you click on their page, how many followers it usually is?
Like 70.
Right? You feel me? It don't matter. Their voice ain't loud. You feel me? Your voice ain't loud enough to disrupt what I'm doing anyway. Right? That's all you got is an opinion. You feel me? You don't got no followers. You don't got no backing. You got nothing but an opinion.
Arms ain't long enough.
No, your arms ain't long enough. And that's where you find that's where they find their relevance is disrupting you. Right, and they only get that relevance once you acknowledge it. Yeah,
and that's like one of the key points of like trying to stay within your community and like become great within your community, so your community be great with as well. We can call it crabs in the barrel, but the motherfuckers that really don't have shit to them, so they feel like in order to develop some sort of status, let me in some way put my name next to him. Nigga, I don't know you.
Right.
But how the fuck we got a beef and
right.
and now you're my rival and now you putting yourself on my status and saying that you're my adversary or we have some sort of beef. Nigga, I don't know you.
Yeah, in order for the villain to be relevant, he has to be recognized.
Crazy,
he got to be recognized by the hero.
Know you.
Yeah, the
I'm
villain
not looking at you.
The villain has to be recognized by the hero in order for him to be relevant. You feel me? And the thing about that crab in the bucket mentality, right, is that, bro, I don't have to get big within my community. You feel me? I leave my community, right? I get out of the barrel. You feel me? I go somewhere else. I become successful. And I shout back and I make sure that the people, you feel me, who I left in the barrel that matter, I pull them out. You feel me? It's just like nobody really has a chance to like shit on anything I'm doing because I'm not close enough to them. They can't reach me. That's why you're never gonna see me out anywhere. That's not you, right? I'm unreachable. You feel me? But my contribution is that whenever I get to where I'm going, I'm always gonna shout Pensacola, and I'm always gonna reach back for the people who matter. You feel what I'm saying? But that don't mean I gotta reach back for everybody, because everybody, like they say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Like everybody where I'm from ain't my people. You feel me?
I feel that, and that's been my mindset for so long. But it's like as of late, but it's like certain cases and certain scenarios where it's like, okay, don't forget about us. Don't forget about where you come from. Like I can call myself like a couple Sundays even visiting the church, and people be like, hey, now you visiting, but don't forget, like this is your home. Now I'm like, yo, and that's what I want to like display and project in all points. Like, yo, ain't nothing ever changed. I love this shit. Like I love Pensacola, and I guess it's like the detriment of the whole complex or mentality. It's like it's so like I was telling you earlier, it's so much potential, but they need to be led and guided the right way, and I feel like they'll get it after a while. But without that leadership or that particular guidance, there's so many motherfuckers just withering away. So much talent, potential withering away. So I feel like we need those mentors and those leaders and those people that are present that people can reach out and access and to really be inspired by. But with that, good segue because we were talking about music, but you mentioned something that I had a whole segment later about, but I wanted to strike it while it was hot. But I want to re-spark it up. You were talking about how old niggas try to be young niggas. There's no mentors no more. I got a whole segment on that. But my retort to that, or I wanted to interject with that as far as like, because the damage is already done. So, of course, we still need mentors for sure. But that old way wouldn't necessarily work. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but the whole connection, that bridge in the gap, that still is apparent and it needs to happen. And I pride myself on. But what the youth need is definitely mentor, but a mentor that they can still correlate with and someone that can communicate effectively with them so they don't tune you out because you're just an authoritarian. You're this old head, OG. They deem you this. Nah, like with me, with me and with so many other people, now I'm just a real nigga. I'm just a real nigga. Like any age, you see me, when you converse with me, you recognize, nah, this is a real nigga. So just gonna sit down, like I understand him and I understand that he knows more and I understand that I want to know more. Like I want to know what he knows. I want to know more of what he knows. Like we need more real niggas, you feel me? Like, and I don't want to promote that term, but you understand what I'm saying when I say that.
I think the term real nigga, right? I think what makes a real nigga is having empathy and compassion.
For sure.
And I think those are the two things that you have to bridge the gap with anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going and young dudes always come into conversations with us guarded and defensive. And if you say the wrong thing or use the wrong verbiage, they're going to clam up and go in the opposite direction. But when you lead with empathy and compassion and understanding, then they feel like you get them, then they'll open up to you.
And convey in a way to let them understand that, hey, I'm you as well.
100%. Yeah, because like people love to communicate with things that they can identify with. And I just think you have to, I think a lot of us change and we forget that we changed. We forgot who we used to be. We forgot the things we used to do. You feel what I'm saying?
So the whole Jim Jones analogy, what I was going to say with the whole Jim Jones shit is like, yeah, I'm going to speak my dog trade, but with Jim Jones, it's like, yeah, the young niggas fuck with him heavy because of the aesthetic. But if he brought that with the OG message, well, I think he does in a way. So I fuck with Jim Jones. But like the way they accept him, if he brought that, but still brought the game and everything, the jewels.
That's the issue.
That's
the issue. I think that there's a lot of old niggas amongst young niggas that will accept it, but the old niggas ain't educating themselves. The old niggas ain't growing. So my issue with the whole Jim Jones things is that bro seems to be the same nigga. He ain't preaching nothing different. You still you still got rap beef. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like at this point, that shit's supposed to be goofy to you. You feel me? Like it's you're supposed to move in those environments, in those situations a lot different than you do now. So it's like you ain't really an OG. You just an old nigga. You feel me? I think OG like
old boy.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have some wisdom that comes with your age, bro. Otherwise, they just look at you as an old nigga and you don't know shit. You feel me? Like I always say that if you can make somebody say I never thought about it like that, then you can reach them. You feel me? So it's like in order for you to be able to do that with these young dudes, bro, you have to give them a perspective that they hadn't seen. And if you're not going out to get that, then it does nothing for you. I think people think that just because you get older, it makes you wiser. Nah, you have to educate yourself as you go. You feel me? Everything on us is a muscle. Our brain's a muscle. Our body's a muscle. And if you don't exercise it, you don't grow. You feel me? You just an old nigga, bro. You feel me? So it's just, yeah, bro. Like learn something different that you can take back to these young niggas since you're so close to them. You feel me? Yeah, you functioning just like them. You react to beef the same way they react to beef. You react to, you feel me, conflict the same way they do. It's like, bro, it's you feel me? Like, we got to do something different.
Like I say, if you're fortunate enough to have that bridge, you know what I'm saying, definitely utilize it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I say that's what's missing, because like with those people that have the right thing to say, they're missing that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
They not listening to you because they don't connect to you in no way.
Right,
so
right.
If they're able to connect, you have an
Yeah, the
obligation.
niggas with the bridge like got the same shit on the other side of the bridge.
You hear me?
You feel me? Yeah, it's the same shit on both sides of the bridge.
Yeah.
So what's the point of the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to cross it.
Yeah, for sure. But like I say, there's a lot of people that gather all the information, hold it within themselves, and say maybe I'm just gonna pass it down to my own lineage. But
Mhm.
as far as you're doing a lot of things. We're gonna get into the specifics. But why is it important to provide different outlets and give back to what's behind, per se?
Because it's just it comes with the territory. I think that I'm not somebody that like prides myself on like being generous or anything like that. I just understand that like I understand why certain things have been granted to me and why certain positions have been given to me, right? If I'm someone who's overly blessed, right? I just feel like my blessings come from blessing, right? So it's important that I kind of give back. It's like a percentage of something. Any percentage of everything I make gonna go into something. And it's not even like, and the thing about it, I'm not somebody who, I ain't even really like it ain't even on me
Like
to,
tithing.
yeah, like tithing in a sense. It's not even on me to like interrogate or figure out like where the blessings, what like my contributions, like how they're going to be used, or who, like if I like when you give something to a homeless person, I don't give a damn if you buy a beer with it or if you do something positive with it. That's on you and God. You feel me? But it's my job to give it. You feel me? It's your job to manage it. Like I was gonna say earlier that like I feel like,
You gonna get so many panhandle signs outside your crib after this interview?
hey man,
He said what?
but once what I've got to give is gone, it's gone. You feel me? So it's just like whoever I bump into that day, whoever fate lines me up with their panhandle sign that day, gonna get this dub. But I ain't got a dub all the way up the street. My dub already been given. It's on the rest of the world to get y'all a dub because I ain't the only one on this highway. You feel what I'm saying?
What would you say to the man? Because I have no problem with your message, but it's always in the devil's advocate.
Right.
What would you say to the man that has the philosophy, the best thing you can do for a broke man is not be one of them?
I was gonna say this earlier when you said, because you kind of like touched on something when you said, should I focus on like giving this knowledge, passing this knowledge down to my people, to somebody from my lineage, right?
Nepotism type shit.
Yeah, but I'm one of those people that believe that save yourself, right? If everybody saved themselves, then nobody needs to be saved, right? I'm just big on like, let's say we got this hypothetical neighborhood, right? And everybody needs their grass cut, right? Everybody got a lawnmower. Savo go out and cut his yard, Bone go out and cut his yard, and the rest of the people go out and cut their yard, right? All is well in the neighborhood, right?
Right.
The issue with us is that I'm coming to cut Savo yard, Savo going to try to cut somebody else's yard. Nobody's cutting Savo yard, nobody cutting Bone yard. Now we got a lot of yards not cut because everybody ain't contributing. You feel me? So sometimes the best thing to do is focus on you and yours because you can't save the world. Now my thing is like I do focus on me and my lineage. I do focus on me and my household. I do focus on me and the people close to me because that's my duty, right? But if I got extras, right, those extras can be given. Like we good over here, right? I'm gonna take care of my table, make sure everybody's eating, and if we got leftovers, I'll go hand them out. You feel me? To whoever's around or whoever's close, whoever needs it. And I'm not concerned with where that went because it didn't cost me anything. Right. You feel me? So it's just like I'm not big into taking my energy and pouring it into things that don't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? Like that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to take care of me and mine. And if I can take care of somebody else outside of that, I will. You feel me? Because you'll find real quick in this world that you spend all your time giving and you giving to the wrong. You giving, and it's not within your own circle. You end up with nothing real fast. Yeah, so it's just I've been broke enough times to know that you usually out here on your own. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just I take care of me and mine first.
Yeah, facts. I'm trying to tell my little niggas like you gotta like life is about choices. So while you young, get in the habit of making good choices.
Yeah, right.
When you get older, the repercussions of your bad choices get more and more fatal.
For sure. I fly all the time, bro. And the one thing they repeat on that plane every time before you take off is secure your own air before you try to save anybody else. You feel me?
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah. Secure your own air before you try to save anybody else.
Real quick though, as far as mentoring and giving back, real quick, do you want to plug your mentoring company or your project that you got going on?
No, I do a lot of stuff with I don't have my own. I'm actually building a nonprofit with my cousin called Tattooing with a Purpose or Ink with a Purpose. But most of my giving goes through Hype with Sean Hartsfield. He has a nonprofit organization, so we get together and give when we can. And everything I do goes through Hype, and just a lot of miscellaneous things. Like I don't really need credit for it, and I don't really need to document it. You feel me, or keep up with it. It's just I just kind of give when I can, and I don't really like keep track of who I help, and I don't really need to be. I don't need it to be known. I don't need to be known for it.
I feel you. We veered left and pivoted a little bit because I wanted to catch a subject while it was hot. So we veered away from music, but I do want to go back to you as a musician. As far as you mentioned, when music had a rhyme and a reason. But really quick, just give a couple artists or a couple just reference tracks or projects or just moments and times that influence you.
Projects that influence me.
Just anything. It can be outside of music, but what influenced you musically?
Man, that's a good question. I think for me it started with
Could it be the Saturday?
yeah, it started with my big brother Dynamite D and his best friend Teddy Wheat. They inspired me to do music. Everybody wants to be like their big brother, and I wanted to be just like my big brother. So I started doing music, but I'm also my own individual person too, and I started looking at like what was lacking. You feel me? And music was just a tool. Music, I feel like a preacher in a sense. You feel me? Music is just a tool to kind of get like that's my pulpit. You feel me? That's why I do my work at. It's through music. But they were my first influences, and then I found Tupac, and from there it was Tupac, then it was MJG and 8 Ball, UGK, and then just like that's what like sharpened my skills. Just kind of, I always like felt like I had to be better than my favorite rappers. So if you trying to be better than Tupac, and Tupac is the best, then if you could achieve that, then that would put you at the top.
I feel that.
But that's why I harness my skills. But just as far as being motivated in the message, just a lot of civil rights activists, and just growing up studying Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, Marcus Garvey, people like that, changed my message a lot, and it just kind of made me like put the music with that. You feel me? So that's why you get that kind of feel when you listen to me on some stuff, to where it's kind of like there's always a message. You feel me? People call it storytelling, but it's usually a message, and they call that storytelling.
I grew into appreciating the whole Chuck D wave and the Public Enemy, that whole conscious rap. Cause I love it. Like as a grown man, I love it. But as a young man, certain your frontal cortex ain't fully developed. But that's a different.
And corny and conscious can be corny too, right? I don't think the music still got to be good. I think people confuse a message with the music being good. Like just because you talking about something don't mean it's good. It still got to feel good. Music is a feeling, bro. You feel me? And it's just like if you can master putting the message in that feeling, then you good. But some people master the message and don't master the feeling, and some people master the feeling and don't master the message.
Shout out Lecrae new project. He won me over with a new project. I was never considered like say a per se fan, but I heard it on the radio. I'm like, oh, this slap.
Yeah. But
no, as far as you going back to you, give me your top 5 all time. I gotta hit you with it.
Top 5 all time. Pop. Jay-Z. Wayne. Gotta be in there. Pac, Wayne, Jay-Z. Nas ain't in my top 5. He close though. Drake gotta go in there. Not even because I'm a fan, just because of that's a run, bro. The boys went on some runs.
So you been PC, it sound like.
Huh?
You being politically correct, sound like.
No, this is just like really like this is based on my top 5 is based on impact, hits, like skill, and like in your discography, like what you've done.
And I can't combat that at all because it's definitely justified. But I was thinking more subjective. Like, what does Boneface like to listen to?
That's what I like to listen to. I fuck with Drake. I think Drake is one of the most brilliant artists of all time. There's a lot of shit that he make that I don't rock with. You feel me? But for the most part, the stuff that I do rock with, I can't really put much up there next to it. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't much up there next to, like Drake, like his catalog, bro. It ain't much next to it.
He can hide over there.
If you want to be, if you want to be non-biased, you feel me. But this is like I don't consider
Keep going.
what I don't consider when I'm doing this top 5 is like the person themselves.
Nah, keep going.
Yeah, I don't care. I personally don't care how corny you are. I don't care about how street you were. I don't care if you
Can you
lying or telling the truth. Can you how do you sound, bro?
You feel me?
Yeah, like can anybody get in the studio and you feel me? But like though like this is my top 5, like because I got 2 different top 5s. I got a top 5 that were like hold on, listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Is Drake in your top 5? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is my top 5. Who's my 5th? And
That's 4.
That's 4. My 5th,
Yeah, Tupac, Jay-Z, Drake,
Wayne.
Wayne.
And fuck it, I'm gonna throw Nas in there just because.
You said he wasn't in there.
I said he was close. He was close.
So you want to give him honorable mention?
I'm giving the 5th spot.
Well, who will be your honorable mention?
Probably Kendrick.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah,
I was
Kendrick.
hoping you were gonna leave him off.
Yeah, Kendrick.
I fuck with Kendrick just you know.
Nah, but he just like I don't like.
Kendrick or Drake.
I think Kendrick is Drake. I think Kendrick is brilliant, right? I think Kendrick is no, my bad. I'm tired. Take Nas off. Andre 3000.
Okay.
I think Kendrick is brilliant. I think Kendrick is one of the most brilliant artists of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's almost one of those things too where I said consciousness can be corny. Like there's a lot of parts of his music I don't really fuck with. His style in general is not appealing to me. You feel me? I don't like his style, bro. That the voice changes and all that weird shit. Psst, you feel me?
You may just ain't heard the right part.
I've heard all of them. I'm a Kendrick fan, bro.
Subjective.
I'm a Kendrick fan. I just don't like his delivery. I don't like his voice. None of that shit. You feel me? But I think the nigga's brilliant, right? It's for the same reason people didn't realize how brilliant Andre 3000 was back in the
That's
day.
a kid to stand.
Yeah, people just started people just started saying that Andre 3000 is like one of the best of all times, and it comes from like verses, right? But he's always been one of the best of all time. But it was the style that people couldn't digest. When you go back to like the Outkast albums, the Hey Ya and all of that shit was brilliant if you listen to it. But it was just bizarre.
I would say ahead of its time. It became relics.
Yeah, it's almost like it don't feel like hip hop. It's like almost feels like a different genre. Sometimes Kendrick feels like a different genre of music. Sometimes, like swimming pools and shit like that sounds like a different genre.
That's the fucking song that got me on to the.
That's why though, right? But my top 5 just like my favorite, like my top 5 like favorite rappers, like rap. You got Jadakiss.
Yeah. Okay.
Now this is like
that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
okay.
Jadakiss. I'm gonna say Mac from No Limit back in the day. Yeah, he up there.
Somebody say that.
Bun used to be in it. The old Bun. Yeah, the old Bun.
Bun in general is brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't talked about it enough.
Yeah, but Bun, I think Bun kind of got tired and bored with rap. Bun
Damn,
old as
that's
fuck.
60.
That's why I said the old Bun. You feel me? The old Bun, like Bun from UGK.
Yeah.
Bun B, UGK. I had another one. Who was it? Bun B from UGK. Mac from No Limit. Jadakiss. It was another one on the tip of my tongue. That was
And I apologize, y'all. We still got a lot to go.
It's cool. Oh yeah, MJG was one of my favorite. MJG.
Do you want to do UGK and A-Ball and MJD?
Yeah, that's one.
Do them as a group?
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, you can do them as one. And Cole is in there. I love J. Cole. I fuck with J. Cole heavy. Crit was in there. Crit fell off when he got a girlfriend.
Boy, you sound like me.
Yeah, Crit fell off when he got an old lady.
Sound like
Girlfriends don't do good for rappers, bro.
damn Chance.
Yeah, it's like his new album fire though. Chance's new album fire. You don't fuck with that?
I ain't gave it a chance just because how he disappointed me with the other shit.
No, bro. This new shit.
That tree shit is fire.
I hate Tree.
Man.
I hate that. I hate Tree. I don't like it.
You listen to his new project?
I've listened to some of it. I haven't listened to it.
Go through it, bro. Listen, bro. This nigga new project is brilliant, bro. It's one of the it's probably one of the best projects out. Him and what's the dude name? JDG.
Jid.
Yes.
Guy likes ugly.
Yes.
Mm.
His project, Chef Kiss too, bro.
Yes,
I fuck
But
with it.
those two are like the best projects
And of
out.
course, Clips. They
Yeah, they shit fire too. They new album fire
In
too.
reference to J. Cole, cause you put him on your top list. Like how pause. Like how deep into his discography are you? Like are you relevant?
The
to
warm up is where I started.
So you know.
Yeah, the warm up is where I started.
So tell this man that it's a different Cole from then to like after like KOD.
I've
It's
listened.
different.
Yeah, it's different. I think there's a certain hunger in a rapper that hadn't made it, bro. And he had a certain hunger. I think he's still brilliant now, but I think he flashes his brilliance.
But
like
exactly.
he flashes his brilliance when it's like a feature, like when he did that Benny the Butcher
Yeah.
feature. It's like he snapped. He always show up.
John P. Caddy.
He always show up to let you know, like, hey, bro, I'm still one of the gods.
I love John P.
Yeah,
Caddy.
but I think a lot of these guys start focusing on trying to make complete songs versus be lyrical.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was just them niggas was rapping like rent was due, and they don't rap like that no more.
And when I become a fan of that when that's no longer you, I'm no longer a fan.
And that's why when I do music, bro, I feel like every project
Later.
has progressed to be better.
Later.
Yeah.
You're not on the mic. Later. But no, like I think J. Cole is still brilliant. I think J. Cole is still brilliant. But like, I'm a fan of a certain user, and it's just my subjective choice.
No, and that's fair though. That's fair. Don't you feel me? It's like you can't give somebody something and then come back with something less. It don't work that way. They're not gonna appreciate it. Yeah, you feel me? So it's like once you take me to the pinnacle, that's why it's so difficult being somebody like LeBron James. It's like, damn, taking me to the finals every year ain't good enough. I gotta like win all of them. It's like, bitch, you took me there and you won. I want to win every time. And if you fall short of that, that's why he can average 28, 8-8, and that's not enough. But if average player average 28, 8-8, we giving you a $500 million contract.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's just like it's the expectation, bro. You got to meet the expectation, and once you give people a certain view of you, you got to match it.
When Brian hang it up, I might shed a tear.
Everybody gonna shed the tear. Yeah.
When Brian hang it up, bro,
Yeah, go, man.
we'll never see this basketball again.
Yeah,
He'll
no.
go.
Yeah, for sure.
I got
For sure.
I got MJ.
Yeah, and that's fine. I get it. I get it. I get it 100%.
Then the Colster. But this is me. Like I said, we all over the place. We all over the place. Going back to you as an artist, though. What's one of your albums that you would consider underrated?
Ooh. All Eyes on Me. Yeah, All Eyes on Me.
Check. Yo. Check. Yo,
Yeah, All Eyes on Me is probably my most underrated album. I thought that was the album that was gonna break for me. That's when I had first moved to Atlanta, and I got this house, and we put a studio in the den. Evil G lived with me. Vic Kinfolk lived with me. He was the videographer. Evil G the producer. So everything we did was in that house. Yeah, that was my most complete project.
What year
That's
was that?
underrated. This was 2012. Yeah, 2012.
Oh, Lies on
2013.
2012. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. In reference to Pensacola artists, who's your top 5 Pensacola artists?
Top 5 Pensacola artists.
Real quick.
Okay. Remy. Ray Allen. Adam Taylor. He ain't put out enough though.
Co-host?
Yeah, he one of the best rappers in the world, but he's not active enough. But he up there. But he would probably be my favorite if he had more. But I'm gonna leave him off just because he got one album, one project. But he is one of my favorite rappers, and it's from the city. So I'll say Remy, Ray Allen. Then I'm gonna go.
That's how I feel about my dog over there. He just need to do more.
Yeah, some people just need to do more, bro. I just like, yeah, Remy Ray Allen, OG Third Degree, R.I.P. him.
Rest in peace for sure.
Yeah. Do R&B count or just rap?
Yeah, artists.
Artists? Okay, well let me go back then.
Shit.
Yeah, Remy, Ray Allen, The Hog, Sook is up there. He way high. And
5 in the honorable mention.
5 in honorable mention.
So 6.
Yeah. AJ the musician, he got to do more too. AJ, you full of shit. You dropped one album in 15 years. You feel me? But he's supremely yeah.
That's all
Come on,
album?
yeah, that's it. That's all he did. Trying to think. And I got to throw the Rated PGs in there, even though they old and don't make music no more, unless you're saying right now.
Who's your favorite collaboration?
Favorite collaboration, like two people working together.
Anyone you collaborated with?
Oh, with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is about you. We trying to get these questions out.
oh man, Adam Taylor, hands down. Anytime we do anything together, it's like that shit is like, you feel me? Adam Taylor and the Hog gotta be them my go-to, for sure.
That's what's up. What's your favorite music video that you've shot?
Ooh, I got two. The cost of living video.
2-part question with that. 2-part answer. Give me the name of course, and then the message behind the media.
Okay. The cost of living video. That's the video to where it looked like we're portraying the Last Supper.
The Last Supper, I seen it.
Right. But that video is not portraying the Last Supper. What it is portraying the transition of power. Right. We live in a cycle to where I shot the video and I had it set up to where there was a bunch of guys looked like they were royalty, eating with a bunch of guys that seemed like they were peasants. Like we invited them to the table. You feel me? And these guys were like
the prisoners taking over the prisons and shit.
yeah, right. And what they do, they overthrow us pretty much and they kill us all and they take the table, right? So it's like a transition of power. But what we don't understand and realize is that the guys that were in the white robes who were at the table, the people who were at the table having that feast, the guys in the white robes were once the guys in the brown robe. Because how do you get to that position at some point? You have to overthrow somebody to get there. But because we don't see that happen, or we don't see that transition, we look at you in a different light, right? We look at these people like they're victims of something. When these people overthrow them and kill them at the dinner table, we look at them like they're victims when they are these everybody's the same.
That's a lying mindset though. Like, what's wrong with just evolving and passing down the motherfucking torch?
Right, but usually that's how it's passed. You feel me? It's passed through that type of, you feel me, chaos. You feel me? But it's like people don't get held accountable for that. Jay-Z said that in a song. He said people don't remember like how you got there. Sometimes you feel me. Once you get there, people don't remember how you got there. It like that's a thing that grows faint. You feel me? So it's like if I murder, kill, and steal, and rape and pillage to get to a certain position, over time I get comfortable in that position and I feel entitled to that position. And people forget how I got that position, and they start treating me like I'm this great thing, not knowing the history behind.
Because everyone's memory and references, what have you done for me lately anyway?
100%. So it's just like one of those things that where it's just like the transition of power and how that happens. And one day the dudes in the brown robes will be the guys in the white robes, and so on and so forth. And somebody will come and knock them off and take the table, and it's just like the passing of the torch. Right. Yeah, that's what that video was.
So you got 2 of them, right?
Yeah, and the other one was Dancing Apes. I don't know if you've seen that video.
I did not.
Yeah, it's a video down there where I'm like in kind of a clown costume, and there's this gorilla like that I'm like enticing to like do whatever I want him to do, right? And I'm enticing him with money, women, you feel me, and different things, and he's kind of performing for it, you feel me? And by the end of the video, it's just like I get him to perform for all these things, and in order for him to get the last thing I want, I make him give me all the things I gave him back in return, you feel me? And then there's another side of the video to where it's this kid kind of in this toxic environment. He's kind of watching TV as his parents are kind of like, he's like in the middle of like a crack house. Feel me? He's watching TV and his parents are like doing drugs and all this wild shit behind him. And it's like he's kind of subconsciously consuming this, even though he's not watching it, he's consuming it, right?
Yeah.
And then it takes him to the next day going to school to where he's standing at the bus stop and all the kids run up to him, you feel me, happy to see him. And he's kind of staring off in the distance and all of the traumas and shit that he went through that night is kind of flashing and nobody realized what he's going through. And that's just like the beginning of us as people, like as children a lot of times, do where our traumas, we take them with, we carry them with us and nobody sees it and they wonder why we turn out how we turn out.
Right.
Type deal.
It's all molding, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you of course you have a long, broad tenure as far as you as a musician and an artist. Give me a 2-part question: your best performance and your worst performance.
Album wise?
Not just anytime you perform.
Oh,
like
perform.
on stage. Like,
Oh my God. I've had some terrible performances, quite a few. My worst was probably there was a time to where the club downtown, I don't know what it's called now, Bedlam's is what they call that. They're still open.
No.
Okay, well,
Hell no.
it used to be called the Place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used
before Ciroc.
yeah, before Ciroc, it was the Place, and they used to have weekly performances there. Mike Hall, I actually bumped into him. Shout out to Mike Hall, bumped into him yesterday.
Yeah.
Mike Hall used to have weekly performances there, and he would give away money to the best performer. That's when top of the line Platinum House was bumping. You feel me?
RPAA.
Yeah, RPAA, RP Lil Mike too.
Sure.
But that's when Platinum House had Game in the Chokehold. But them was my dogs. We all went to school together, right? So, I can never forget. And this is the first time I ever like tried to go outside of my element and do something different, right? And it also reminded me like, do you? You feel me? That's why I learned that I needed to stick to who I was. Everybody was kind of making club bangers and songs that like kind of rode in the club. You feel me? So I worked all week on this song, and then I got up there to perform it, and that shit bombed. That shit was trash. The song was weak. Song was trash. One mix good. Performance was weak. Whole 9. You feel me? And I actually got booed that night.
Oh.
Yeah, I got booed.
Some Apollo shit.
Yeah, but that shit turned me into a monster, bro. I think I was, at the time I was 16, 17, I got booed and went back to the drawing board. And every week I would go back to that motherfucker and perform. And eventually I won the money. You feel me? I won the money and it flipped everything. I went from one of the worst performers to one of the best. You feel me? But yeah, my first performance, that was the worst performance I ever had, probably.
And the best.
The best. I think we were in Mississippi. This is when I was signed to Bodyhead. And we were on that I Smoke, I Drink tour. That's when they had that hit rolling. And we were to open the act. And we had a song called I Smoke, I Drink. I mean, not I Smoke, I Drink, but Let's Get High. Me and the PGs. And I was an addition to their group. It was already like Dynamite and D and Teddy Wheat were already a group. Mm-hmm. And they added me on as an third member. But I'll never forget, I sat at the edge of the stage. This is a packed arena. And I sat at the edge of the stage and I kind of started rolling the blunt on my lap. And I'm like kind of prepping the crowd. I was just like, hold on for a second, let me roll my weed. And I rolled my weed and I got up, I lit the blunt and the song came on, Let's Get High. And we killed that shit. That was my best performance probably. Yeah, because that was the first time I like displayed any level of like swagger.
Great prop too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, because I'm really like an introvert. I love music, but I hate performing. I hate being on the stage. I hate being in front of people. So that was like my coming out of the shell moment.
That was another question I had. Would you enjoy more performing or recording?
Recording. I hate performing, bro. I hate performing. Yeah, I think I'm growing more fond of it now because I'm more comfortable. You feel me, in my own skin, but I hate performing.
So, anyone from the city that you would like to collab with that you haven't yet?
I still haven't worked with Ray Allen, actually. Yeah, we don't have any music together. That's somebody that I want to work with. Yeah, I think that's the only person that I like really, really want to do some music with that I hadn't done any music with.
So, what's your favorite album that you've done thus far? gave me the underrated. What would just be just undeniable bias favorite?
It's a toss up between The Cost of Living, which was the album before the album I just dropped, and this new album, No More Tomorrows. It's between those two. Those two. I just feel like every album I've got has progressed and gotten better than the next, which is good because most people can't. Like you said, it's hard to take somebody to the pinnacle and keep them there. But I think all of my stuff has gotten better.
I feel that. I want to knock out all the music. I think that's all the music. I want to knock that out, man. And that's a whole interview right there, bro. Like we like 55%. we gonna not necessarily condense this, but we gonna definitely try to do this really in a timely, efficient fashion, hopefully. But we gonna transition to tattoos.
Okay.
And I say you may be able to speak more about tattoos than music, who knows? But we definitely got a lot of questions about tattoos. We're gonna start from the beginning. When did you find tattoos? What age? We're gonna go into your first tattoo gun, all that, man. Go ahead and spill that introduction.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first time. I was at Montclair Park shooting ball, and I don't even remember dude's name. You feel me? If I seen him, I know him. But we was hooping, and basically I heard that he was like doing tattoos on people. So I was like, damn, bro, like, what do you charge? And he was like, what you want? I was just like, I just want my initials. He was like, $30. I was like, bet. So he was like, after we leave here, we can go to the crib and do it. So we got done hooping. He grabbed his backpack. He already had his tattoo machine in it. He grabbed his backpack. We rode the bikes back to the crib. He tattooed me on my front porch. And he put my initials on my arm, AJ. And I was just like, while he's doing this shit, I'm like, damn, bro, like, he had a homemade machine.
You clean up at all? You clean up at all, or just straight?
No, this some hood shit.
Straight
This is like
from the ball court.
Yeah, from the ball court. Yeah, wipe your arm off with a rag. You feel me? Like paper towel. Yeah. When he did the initials on me. But while he's tattooing, I'm watching what he's doing. I'm watching what he's using, and I'm like, and mind you, I've been an artist my whole life.
Yeah.
So all I've ever done was draw. Tattoo and draw. I was an artist before I was a rapper. You feel me? But I wasn't tattooing before rap. Yeah, so I was. I've been an artist since I was a small child. Was always the best like artist I've known. Right.
That's a segment there.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you how I became an artist too.
Let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go back to that then. Well, this is how I became an artist. I'll never forget. Project. I'm from the Scammy of course, so we ain't really having that. Like I say, you don't know you poor until you know. But I used to bring home my notebook from school, and I would just draw on my notebook. You know, the notebook has the blue lines on it, regular notebook paper, and I'm drawing with my regular pencil from school. And my stepfather had a brother who was kind of well off. He would stop by every blue moon. Robert Lee, R.I.P. him. But he stopped by and he seen me laying on the floor drawing. And he was just like, what you got going on right here? He kind of picked up the pad and looked at it. He was like, damn, you good. And then next day he came back with some coloring pencils and a sketchbook. And he was just like, every time you fill it up, I'll bring you another one. Yeah, so every time I filled that sketchbook up, he'd bring me another one. And that's where it began for me. I think I was maybe 5-6 years old. But I've been drawing since then. If you know anybody that went to school with me, they say that's all he did was write raps and draw. You feel me? But I already knew I could draw better than Buddy. So I'm just like, damn, bro, how much you charge me to make me one of these motherfuckers? And he was like, just give me another 40. So I gave him $70. He did my tattoo. He made me a machine. And I immediately went in, you feel me? At the time, it was like Indian ink, like ink pen ink. We was doing all kinds of weird shit. But the machine was made out of...
His or yours?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, because he made mine too.
Okay.
It was made out of a VCR motor, guitar string, an ink pen tube, and some tape. And how this works, right, is that they take the battery and they take the ink pen tube, right, and they glue them together, right. And there's two wires that you take that you connect the battery to the VCR motor, right. That's all taped together with the ink pen tube. And then they take a piece of, matter of fact, it was guitar string, or you could use a lighter spring. You bust the lighter open, stretch the spring, and then you like kind of sand the spring down, and then you bend the spring, and it goes through the top of the pen tube.
I've seen the prison videos.
It's a prison machine for sure.
Yeah.
Right, but he made me one and taught me how to use it. and I immediately went to like tattooing on my friends at the time on 15. So that's where my tattooing journey began. That's when I did my first tattoo.
Which really quickly, which gives you the most joy? Art/tattooing, or music?
Music, easy. Yeah, music, easy. I love them both, but music for sure. Both, and the beauty of both of those things is that I'm big on living beyond my years, right? And both of those things keep me alive when I'm not here. You get a tattoo by me, that thing lives for as long as you live. And when I do music, that lives long after me. You feel me? If like my kids want to hear my voice or reference anything, anybody wants to like kind of break this, just like that's the beauty of music. It keeps you alive forever. And art does the same thing.
I got a whole segment on legacy. We're gonna get to that later. But as in my research, as far as you as a tattoo artist, I found out that for the most of your tenure doing it, you were self-taught. Can you give the pros and the cons of being self-taught?
There are no pros for real. It's all cons. It's all cons. Just like anything else, bro. I think that it's always better to have a teacher. It's always better to have somebody show you the ropes, so that way you're not wasting time trying to figure it out. And it's like you can't. I play basketball, and I learned real quick that like your skill set is your skill set until somebody gives you a different one. So you can sit in the gym and practice all day, but you're just getting better at what you know. And if you're not adding no more skills or tools to your bags, then you're kind of spinning your wheels. And I think there were no pros to being self-taught as a tattoo artist. Other than you feel me? It's just I don't think there are no pros. I mean, no pros. I'm sorry. Yeah, there are no pros to being self-taught.
At what point did you change that and actually started taking a bit of direction from others?
I think it really, really set in after I did Ink Master. When I went there and I kind of seen like how skilled these people were and how advanced these people were in their art. Like I got there, it was like 29 other artists. There was 30 of us, and I was probably better than 2 of them.
Good segue. Let's go ahead and talk about Ink Master then.
Yeah,
of course, like I said, of course you're known by music, but for a vast majority, they may know you for Spike TV, man. They may know you on Ink Master. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely the tattoo artist who's trying to rap. I'm not the rapper with tattoos. That's what I get called. Like, I see that all the time. Like, oh, this nigga trying to rap now? Yeah, I was just like, bro, do your research, bro. You feel me? But yeah, I'm definitely the tattoo artist that raps to the world. It's not the other way around. I moved to Atlanta in 2012, and I met somebody who was a dance choreographer, and I met her on the set of a video. I was like shooting my video in the Metropolitan Lofts. I eventually got a unit there too, but I was over there shooting a video, and there was this gorgeous fucking woman that was fucking doing choreography for a dance video, and I was just like locked in on her. So I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna try to talk to her when she get done or whatever. But long story short, I didn't talk to her. I went to Walmart like a couple days later, seen her again, right? So I ended up talking to her, and I ended up getting her to do choreography one of my dance video for the dancers for one of my video, and we got cool. We ended up kicking it, and because she was a choreographer, she would get all these different emails from different places and different people like for casting and booking, right? And she got something from a tattoo show. So we ride one day, and she was like, you should audition for this. And I'm just like, bro, like they don't pick people like me for shit like this. And she was like, nah, just fill it out and see how it goes. So I sent the email. Next day, I got a email back saying that they wanted to do a Skype call. The show was called Tattoo Titans. It was on country music television, CMT. But it was a one-off thing, one episode, competing to win $10,000. And I did the Skype interview with them, and they were like, well, we like you, but we think you'd be better suited for Ink Master. It's more of it's a bigger platform, and they probably use you better than we could. So from now, I started interviewing for Ink Master. Started interviewing for them in 2014, and I actually got on the show in 2016. So I interviewed for them like
season 8, correct?
Yeah, season 8 is when I got on, but I started interviewing around season 5, and they finally used me for season 8.
So
Was it like you're on like kind of like a waiting list or sort of idle, or they kept telling you no?
Yeah, what happens is once you kind of in they Rolodex, they kind of reach back every season. Like they build this like catalog of artists, and they just kind of pick from it for the seasons.
So it's not like new year, new people apply type shit.
Nah, it is, but it's like a thing that where like new people can apply, but we got people from last season that we were considering too. Yeah, so it's like a build up. Like
Add to the
yeah,
list.
right. So it might have 200-300 artists on that list, and every year there's more being added. But they usually reach from the people that they didn't choose.
On Ink Master, well, we're gonna reference something that you just said and kind of correlated because you stated that you do consider yourself an artist and everything, and then art was very very young and embedded in you as a young man, and you've been drawing all your life, drawing and music kind of synonymous with you. But on Ink Master, you said, "I'm not an artist, I tattoo." So, was there truth in that? Do you still stand by that?
No, I stand by that wholeheartedly. And what I meant by that is that these guys, like my years of like drawing every day were way far behind me, right? So these are people, and I'm in this house with that. When the camera's cut off, they go to the kitchen table and they're all having drawing sessions, and I'm laying in my bed like doing my own thing, right, isolated. And for me, I'm just like, bro, like tattooing is a method to feed my family. I'm not somebody that's in love with the art part of it. You feel me? I don't really care about none of that shit y'all talking about. I'm pretty much here to win and feed my family. Like, yes, I love tattooing. Yes, I love art, but that's not what this shit is about for me. I'm somebody that started tattooing to feed my family. I didn't start tattooing because I love art. I didn't pick this up because I wanted to be an artist. I picked this up because it was a hustle for me. I wanted to feed my family.
Even though you like art.
Yeah, even though I like art, but that's secondary. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, like you can, two things can be true. You feel me? But yeah, like it was like this thing that where, especially the dude I was arguing with, it was like a thing that were like, bro, like I don't give a fuck about this artsy shit that you so passionate about art. You feel me? Like I don't care about that part, bro.
It's competition.
I'm here to win this competition. I'm here to tattoo, and like you can have that part of it. You feel me? So yeah, I think that's where that kind of got misconstrued. But I do love art. I do consider myself an artist, but that's not like the first thing. You feel me? Like I could be a football player, but I'm a father first. You feel me? It's one of those type deals.
Right. What's your favorite moment on Ink Master? Because you were on more than one season, correct? Okay, so what's your favorite moment?
I think when I did the peacock tattoo, when I finally got the tattoo, because if you watch my season, for the first 3 or 4 episodes, I didn't do any tattoos. It was a weird setup. The first challenge we had, it was like a group tattoo, and I didn't get the tattoo because they didn't have any confidence for me to do so. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not about to argue about it. Like, y'all got it. You feel me? And the second episode was the other team tattooing. And then it was the third episode where I finally got the tattoo. And I like almost had a tattoo of the day on the first tattoo. And it kind of blew everybody's mind and kind of let them know that like, oh, bro, do know what he definitely knows what he's doing.
With shows like that, as far as like the scripts and everything, like how much of it is fabricated, or is it like they just put y'all in the house and they turn the cameras on?
I don't think any of it is really fabricated. Not on that show. It's just more so people know how to put people in situations and they know how it's gonna go. It's like instigating. It's just like I don't have to fabricate a fight if I know you don't like Buddy and Buddy don't like you. I just got to put y'all in the room together and ask the right questions, and I know a fight's gonna ensue. You feel me? Yeah. That's what that is. So it's like it's manipulation.
So you told old girl she looked 50 and she 24. That wasn't scripted.
Fuck no. No. They barely could hold together on the set. It was like everybody was like trying to hold themselves together. You could see the shit falling apart if you watch it.
Yeah.
Everybody was falling apart. The contestants, the cameraman, the producers, everybody was falling apart. But it was the most viral moment in that show's history.
Damn. Why do you look 50? You're 24.
Bro, I had so much more, bro.
What the hell that got to do with integrity?
Huh?
What does that got to do with integrity? Because old girl started shouting about integrity after that. Like, what is she talking about?
Because I made it personal. But it's like I made it personal because they had been. If you watch that shit, you'll see they had been made it personal, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was just like a thing that, well, I had no problem with them saying that I sucked at tattooing. That's fine. That's your opinion, right? Yeah. But what it was like they start calling me lazy. They start saying I shouldn't be in possession of a tattoo machine and just all kinds of weird shit that had nothing to do with the show. Right. Now mind you, I don't know y'all, I'm not bothering y'all, nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling the whole time, and it's just like, damn, y'all think I'm gonna be a punching bag? And it's just like my thing was like, I also understood that they brought me there, and they had hopes that I would be the angry black man. You can look at the way I looked and think that he's gonna be the angry black man, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not giving them that. You feel me? But it's like they kept pushing for it, and I'm just like, damn, bro. And even the producers started coming to me behind the scenes, like, hey, bro, you gotta like defend yourself. You like letting them run over you. And I was just having a bad day that day. I was like, by that time I had been there a long time. There's no TVs, there's no cell phones, there's no going outside, there's no windows.
I just gotta look at y'all.
Yeah, so it's like, and then it's just a house with alcohol in it. You feel me?
That's really how they do it.
Yeah,
like
it's
the instigator.
Yeah, so it's just like they set this up. So I just wasn't feeling it that day, and I had already told my homie, Sketchy, I was like, look, bro, if anybody say anything to me today, bro, you're gonna see the real side of me, bro, because I ain't in the mood, bro. And here she come. You feel me? And it just happened, and it's like I had every intention to like fire her ass up some more. But that first bomb landed so tough that I ain't have to say nothing else. All I could do was laugh, yeah, because I had some more shit to say now. But it was just like, you know how you go to roasting a motherfucker and you get it'd be a lineup of shit you want to say.
What would you have said?
Man, boy, I ain't gonna even do it. It was some tough shit. It was mean. It was meaner than you. Why do you look 50? It was meaner than that. Yeah, it was some mean shit, bro. I had some mean, devilish shit to say. Man. But I'm glad I stopped, though, because that was enough. She still ain't lived that shit down. She went and got her whole face did after that show. She don't look like the same person, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, plastic surgery immediately. That's how I know certain people ain't built like us, bro. We roast each other all the time, bro. Yeah. That's how we get most of our nicknames, is motherfucker cooking us. But you go get plastic surgery after a joke?
Nah, not bullying. Like, okay, it's a real thing, but like as far as like coming down on my young nigga, like if bullying comes apart, I don't come down too hard because I feel like bullying is needed to a certain extent because it thickens your skin, and this world is gonna poke at you worse. So I ain't necessarily say everybody should bully, but it's inevitable. Everybody's either going to, well, both. You're going to bully someone, and you're going to be bullied at some point. But at that point, you ain't gonna be no bitch at the end of the day once you grow up.
Bro, I think just when we go back to like primal nature, bro, a lot of shit is healthy that we like are protecting people from. Yeah, bro. It's natural, bro. It's healthy. It's healthy to have a little conflict. It's healthy to encounter somebody who's a fucking problem every now and then to figure out how you're gonna solve it. We all had somebody that we went to school with that we fucking avoided, that was a bully, or somebody that we didn't want to be bothered with, that we had to face at some point, that we had to get into it with at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's when your nuts drop. You feel me? But it's just like we like robbing people of that experience, and everybody's so entitled and soft. It's like the world has become a pillow cushion, bro. You can't even say fat no more. They call fat the F word, bro. That's crazy. You can't say dead. You got to say unalive. I'm like, when the fuck did that switch?
I'll be down. No.
I'm like, damn, something can't die now?
Bro, on TikTok Live, you can't say gun. You got to say pew-pews. You think I'm going to be saying that shit?
Stop it, bro.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
That's a real thing?
I swear to God.
That is insane.
I swear to God, motherfuckers online talking about, we're going to take down your pew-pews and just... Swear to God.
That's insane, bro.
Now.
Man.
The censorship's so gay.
Exactly. It's crazy. And it's funny. And it's funny though, because like a lot of words we use we don't even use them by definition. We've never, even growing up when we call some shit gay, we never used that shit by definition. We never meant it was homosexual, nigga. We just meant that it was like corny or lame.
Yeah. And lame, like what? Like paralyzed on it? Some shit like you're not able type shit.
Yeah, it's just weird, bro. It's just like we just live in a weird space to where you can't say nothing but.
Nah, you better not say gun on TikTok, bro.
That is crazy.
Pew-pews. I swear to God. But going back to Ink Master, man, is there anything that you would have done different?
I would have been more I would have talked more. I would have been more. I would have probably let my personality shine through a little bit more. I think I was too reserved. And then I came back for a second season and didn't stay long enough to really like apply the formula that I had kind of known that I was gonna use. Like we was ready that second season, but yeah, it's just we didn't stay long. But I wish I would have not been so reserved. That's it.
Is there anyone that you still keep in contact with?
A lot of them. I actually just opened a business in Nashville with Bubba Irwin. He actually won season 9 that I was on, him and DJ Tambi. But that became one of my best friends. We just opened a business together in Nashville inside a bar called Live Oak. We opened a tattoo shop inside of a bar. Shit is a vibe, boy. Vibe, right? So yeah, he's my business partner now. We got a bunch of different shit we're doing together.
And when you drunk and impulsive and shit, fucking right, I'm gonna get tatted.
And it's live music too. And it's
Oh,
like,
damn.
yeah, original, like people performing their original songs. It's like this is a place to where a hub for people who make it. Like this is where you'll see like a Post Malone first. You feel me? So it's like I'm running into so many talented people, and I love music, so I'm collaborating with these people. Yeah, it's just a beautiful setup. And then Sketchy Lawyer is still one of my close friends. Gian Carly, Savon, damn near the whole crew, bro. Mike McCassel, still my homie. A lot of them boys I still talk to. Yeah, it's only a few people I don't communicate with from the show, and it's not, I don't fuck with them shit. It's just life, you feel me? But a lot of people I still fuck with. Nate Beavers, shout out to Nate Beavers, that's my homie still. Yeah, it's like most of the people I've done that show with, I still rock with to this day.
That's what's up. As far as the hub in Nashville, do you have the vision of bringing that to Pensacola?
Yeah, I actually am opening the one in Nashville is called Flash House Tattoos. It's inside the bar. It's a 2-man shop. But I'm also opening a Flash tattoo mall. It's like another version of the Flash House, but it's bigger. It has 15 chairs instead of 2. It's a media hub. We'll have a podcast room there, recording studio, barbershop, massage therapist is gonna be there. And out back, I have this lounge that I'm working on it's gonna be called a barnyard. It's a lounge that's set up like a barn. You feel me?
Still on the wraps, but
Yeah,
that's dope as hell.
Yeah, but
I would
all
love
this
to
shit-
dive into it, but
it's gonna be bar and restaurant out there. I'm gonna bring the Belmont back. Yeah, I had a restaurant called the Belmont that was doing really well. I shut it down prematurely because I needed to move around more. I was cooking all the food and couldn't find a decent chef. So
you had to cook all the fucking food?
yes, that's why I shut it down, because it was tying my hands. Like every recipe was my own original recipe. It wasn't no Instagram, no TikTok recipes, none of that shit.
And it's a lot of cooks or chefs out here that I believe you can utilize. Teach them a certain way of how to do the recipes and stuff.
The thing about a good chef, bro, is that it's kind of hard to find somebody that'll just follow the recipe. Everybody feel like they know better and they want to jazz it up and do it their own way, and they was messing it up. Like I tried a couple chefs, and it was just like a thing to where the first thing I get, like, and people like had a personal connection to the place. They were like, anybody that came through the Belmont was like in my inbox regularly. Like they were like we had real, like, you know how you get those customers that like are regulars.
Yeah.
And it's just like they hit me like, bro, who in the kitchen today? Like something ain't right. You feel me? My French toast ain't French toasting, bro. You ain't back there, are you? I'm like, nah, I'm out of town. Yeah, just let me know when you back.
These ghost grits a little spooky.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, the ghost grits ain't ghosting, bro. These motherfuckers ain't doing what they're supposed to do. Like, who back there? And I was just like, and I'm just some one of them people, bro, that quality control is everything to me. Four stars ain't enough. So it's just like, yeah, I need to maintain my 5 stars, so I'd rather not do it than
I need
it
you to
be
recommend.
inconsistent.
I need you to recommend my business, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can relate to that. But in reference to tattooing and tattooing business, like, can you dive into that for a second, as far as how the tattoo business is, as far as the competition and rivalries and how that goes about?
The tattoo business is extremely oversaturated and shops are failing. So why would I open up a shop in the middle of a time where tattoo shops are failing, right? It's because I'm taking a different approach to tattoo shops right now. I'm not opening a traditional tattoo shop. This is a tattoo shop that I'm opening now. The Flash Tattoo Mall is a tattoo shop that caters to other tattoo shops. It's a tattoo shop for tattoo shops. It's a space to where if your shop is slow and you're not getting any traction, you can pull up over here for the day, give me booth number 1. The clientele is already provided. You don't even have to make a stencil. You don't have to bring anything. You bring your tattoo machine, sit down, and we're going to feed you.
would you like, would there be like some type of prerequisite or some sort of standard for coming into this particular space?
100%.
Not just anybody can just get a seat.
Right. No. You got to be decent. So what's going to happen? The process is basically you'll hit us up, let us know you want a seat. We'll review your work. You feel what I'm saying? And then we have you pull up. You feel me? When you pull up, we already got a list of people waiting that want to be tattooed. And it's just all cut. They're all flash tattoos. There's no real custom stuff, nothing big. But that's the beauty of this is that if you want something bigger, you just filter them to your shop. You feel me? You can set an appointment with them at your real shop. But this is a place for small, quick tattoos. And the beauty in it is that everybody wins. The tattoo artists win because they get a place that they can come make a quick dollar, right? And the clients win because it's a place to where you can actually get a tattoo that's decent for a cheap price. It starts from $50 and goes up to maybe like $350, $400. I probably won't have anything in there bigger than that or for more than that, right? But there's not a place in town you can get a tattoo for $50. That's a real shop that's decent. You feel what I'm saying? And the vibe of the place itself is gonna be like something to like admire, like something to marvel at. It's like when you walk in, it's just gonna be a vibe. Like
Inner city.
yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Inner city had that vibe though. It's like you can kind of walk in. It's like damn,
What
bro,
was
this
it,
is like
2 for 30, 2
yeah,
days for
man.
30?
They had that. Yeah, and
It's
it's
like a billboard walking around this
yeah,
building.
we want to bring that back though. We want to bring it back to where like tattoos are affordable.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And if you want something crazy, then you can book at one of the shops. But this is not something that's meant to be a competition with other tattoo shops. I think we got 80 tattoo shops in Pensacola, as small as it is. And it's just like, bro, like we got to do something different. So
Y'all be beefing?
I don't know where nobody else going. I've never been into a tattoo shop in Pensacola. Not one. I can't tell you what they look like. I can't tell you who work. I just mind my business. Yeah, my shop don't even look like a tattoo shop for that reason because I don't know what they look like.
You talking shit. Shit. Now, as far as just tattoo shops in general and foreseeing, how many do you have? How many do you plan on having?
I have 3 now. I have 3 shops. I had 3 before. I shut them all down and went down to 1, but now I have 3 again, and I plan on putting them all over the country. This setup I got now, I plan on putting them everywhere, all over the country. Atlanta's next. Then we got Arizona. We got Texas. I plan on putting them all over the place because I think it's something that's necessary and something that's needed. Tattoo artists don't have a place to go when it's slow. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like we're going to create these spots, these little patches to where they can go and kind of, make a grip and dip.
That's what's up. I have so many questions still on that because they just sprout, but we at time and we still got like a couple more sections I want to kind of get to this. In reference to your, like I say, you're in a building standpoint, like building stage right now where you're building a lot because I can assume that you want to leave a legacy and legacy is very important to you. Would that be correct?
For sure.
What's your take on that term before we dive into it?
It's different than it used to be. I think when you have children and you're a new parent, you have this idea of how things are going to go or how they're supposed to go. Like every man wants to like build something and leave it for his kids to take over and run and like kind of carry on the legacy. But when you have kids and you grow and you mature and they mature, you realize that these people are their own people and they're going to build their own legacies. You feel me?
Exactly.
So your job is to give them tools to build their legacy, their own legacy, not leave them yours. You feel me? So as I've gotten older, I've gone away from like trying to leave this legacy for my children. And it's just, I'm focused on leaving my own legacy for me.
Right.
You feel me? And they'll build their own. And so, yeah, so legacy has changed for me. I used to think it was a thing that I attached to my children when it's not. It's a thing where you give them tools to build their own and you continue to build yours as when they leave the nest.
But at the end of the day, it's all yours and all has to do with you, regardless of who we say we're leaving it for. It's all us and how we remember it. But I call it, like say, that evolved view of it, how you realize it's you, even though you had an initial objective to leave it, or you thought it was for you to leave to someone, your lineage or nepotism, even you could say. But I call it intentional legacy because so many of us, and it's so easy to be gone and forgotten. But that intentional legacy, could it, or do you think it's rooted in pride or even maybe fear?
Yeah, I think it's pride and ego and fear. I think it's because I think we have this thing to where, and it goes back. We can circle back to the Jim Jones thing. It's like we have this attachment to life being about us, and we don't know how to let go of that and let it be about somebody else. You feel me? It's like you're gonna have a time, bro, and then somebody else is gonna have a time. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think it's important to kind of know what parts are about you and know what parts aren't. You feel me?
Yeah, because definitely like, because I correlated to, cause I'm an old young nigga. One of my favorite movies is Cooley High.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck Cooley High?
I fought with Cool Half.
You remember when he was in when they called him in the bathroom, he was skipping school, and he was like, and Garrett Morris was like, "What do you want, young man? Like, what do you want? Because you have the mindset, you have the wherewithal, you can get anything you want out of life. Like, what do you want?" And we all know Preacher's answer. I want to live forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can you do to help me with that?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Am I excused?
Mm-hmm.
You're excused. That's what I want. Like, that's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
And that fear, I say it could be pride or fear. I think ultimately it's fear, because how that correlates with me, because I resonated with that scene as a young man when he was, because I understand what Garrett Morris was trying to portray, and I understood Preacher's response, because he doesn't receive what you're conveying at this time. All he knows is what he knows at this time.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fear of death, in my correlation to it, is like, because people say you shouldn't fear death. It's like, I don't necessarily fear dying. I fear no longer existing.
Mm-hmm.
People forgetting about me.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real death. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if you leave a legacy, then you'll remember it. Then you haven't necessarily died away, because
Mm-hmm.
you still exist
Mm-hmm.
in a certain way. So I feel like, yeah, legacy is important, but within that, it's all rooted in fear. And just because we have that particular fear / pride along with that, doesn't mean that God has obligated for you to have a particular legacy. Or do you feel as if it's a simple choice that every man can or woman can make, whether you want to exist forever or not?
Yeah, I think that has nothing to do with God. That's all us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And that's why I go back to why I say I did music, is because the way you describe death is exactly how I see it. I don't believe death is absence in the physical form. I think death is when people are no longer saying your name, and I think that it is important.
It's my greatest fear.
Yeah, so it's one of mine too.
That's why Mo B is at the end of every episode.
Right. It's like, and that's why it's important to be impactful on people's lives, because people don't carry your legacy unless they're a part of it. You feel me? You don't hear nobody shouting out somebody's legacies they're not attached to. So that's why it's important to touch people's lives and impact people and give back and make sure you're influencing somebody, because that's how your legacy is carried on. I can make music all day long, but if it don't touch nobody, or it don't reach nobody, or it don't change nothing, then nobody's talking about it. See, the beauty in making songs with substance is that it may change somebody's life. It may change the way somebody's day is going. You feel me?
Or it may spark something.
Or it may spark something. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like, if that happens, then you live. You feel me? So I just think some of us try to create legacies, but we don't understand like how that's done or how it's supposed to be. You feel me? How it's made. But yeah, I think that's everybody's biggest fear, is being forgotten. I know it's mine for sure. You feel me? So that's why I do things to make sure I live on. We still talk about people like Tupac. We still talk about Malcolm X. It's just like, bro, you're not dead. You feel me? You live forever when you leave a legacy. Yeah. So I think that's definitely important to me.
But then, it's all even though, like I said, we correlate to it and we resonate to it, it's still all rooted in fear, because no one lives forever.
100%.
We don't die, and as far as that immortality that we try to somehow acquire, like that delusions of grandeur that you were mentioning earlier, that black men think the world, we have that delusion of grandeur. We think we do think we're God, but do you think that's like a mental disorder, that delusion that we have, or is that like our actual purpose?
No, I don't think it's a mental disorder. I think it's I believe your purpose is kind of like what you choose. I think you choose your purpose. You feel me? I think you choose your legacy. I think you choose all of this, right? And on the grand scheme of things, I don't think any of it matters. You feel me? Because when you zoom out far enough, you understand that, boy, we just dust in the wind. You feel me? So it's just like, yeah, it's just like, bro, I say all the time that, like, bro, there's an ant pile somewhere, right? That when you were just outside waiting on me, you might have kicked over an ant pile, right? That it took these ants forever to build.
Or maybe a couple months.
Right, or whatever, to them, which is forever,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like, this was like their pride and joy. You feel me? And you came and kicked this shit over, ain't thinking nothing about it, and disrupted their whole world and went on about your day. Didn't even realize you did it. Yeah. But it's like, to them, this is the world.
Probably would have stomped on you if I noticed.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
But it's a thing that when you zoom out from that, it's just like, damn, bro, like, that's us too.
Yeah.
You feel me? We're that ant pile somewhere. You feel me? So when the wind blows the right way, this whole shit is over with, and we think, you feel me, we're down this bitch panicking, and the rest of the universe is moving.
And with that inevitable reality, how apparent that is like with us wanting that immortality or that particular status that's damn near divine.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's a delusion or some type of mental disorder that we have?
Nah, I think, bro, you have to, in order for life to have some type of meaning or purpose to you, you have to cling to something, and you have to make it about something. You feel me? Otherwise, you're just watching a blank screen. You feel me? Could you imagine going to the movies and sitting for 2 hours and watching a blank screen? No. Nah, somebody got to create something for you to watch. You feel me? So it's just like one of those things we have to attach ourselves to something to feel relevant, and we have to attach ourselves to something to feel like we have purpose. Because at the end of the day, none of it matters. If what's the point of living if there is no purpose?
And some people would say that because I correlate to you because that's how I look at it, and I feel like it's worth me working my ass off because I want to still be remembered if I happen to perish. Mm-hmm. But with that same mindset, is someone that may play not even play devil's advocate, but have a different mindset. It was like the reason why, like the fact that it doesn't matter. We are nothing but a grain of sand to a bigger aspect. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna live my life and worry about me and enjoy me and deal with my comfort and my convenience and deal with me and get all the joy out of life and just ride this bitch till the wheels fall off and worry about me. And then when I'm gone, fuck it, I'm gone.
But I think, I also think
there's justification in that too, kind of.
100%. But I also believe this too, though, right? Think of us as like for instance, there is bacteria, good and bad, in your body, right? Mm-hmm. As individual cells, these things are microscopic and don't matter, right? But if all of it quits, right? Yeah. Because it feels like it doesn't have purpose, what does that mean for you?
You die.
What does that mean for the body? You feel what I'm saying? So I think that, like, yes, we're irrelevant on the grand scheme. You feel me? And yes, none of it matters on the grand scheme. But if everything shuts down and everybody quits because none of it matters, then the body dies too. You feel me? So it's just like, even though you don't serve a direct purpose that's going to impact something greatly, you feel me? You still serve a purpose that's going to impact. You feel me? So it's important that it's like I always say that when a shepherd is leading sheep, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say he got 1,000 sheep. One wanders off. He can't stop leading the thousands to save that one, right? Mm-hmm. But when that one leaves and the rest of them start following the lead of the other one, you feel me? It's like now it's becoming a problem. You feel me? So I just think, like, when it comes to a space that where, like, the numbers on the grand scheme of things, like, yeah, the one sheep doesn't matter, but the one sheep matters if the one sheep is influential enough or impactful enough. You feel me? So I just think it's important to still be impactful, even though on the grand scheme of things. A lot of black leaders, though. Yeah, 100%. Because if I kill a head,
you taking our sheep.
Right. That's the whole point of that analogy. You feel me?
I know.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, that's the issue.
Nah, bro. But like I say, I got like a one or two. Well, shit, I got a few more. But let's try to condense this. Mm-hmm. Let's speak on your social media presence, because of course you've grown a social media presence. Social media presence. Give me the pros and cons of just attention from social media, just briefly.
I think there's only cons if you don't know how to take it. You gotta when you go on into social media, you gotta understand what comes with it. And once you can understand what comes with it, there are really no cons because you don't take it personal. I understand we talk about miserable people all the time. We talk about the small people who find relevance and just being the guy that pushes back. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like there's nothing like being in the opposition or being on the other side of something. You feel me? just intentionally too, not because it makes sense, just because you want the attention from it.
Right.
I just I'm real careful in what I say and how I say it. Right, every word matters, and the way I say things matters. So
For sure.
when I get on that platform and I say anything, I'm calculated. So it's gonna be hard for you to combat that and make any sense because I've kind of already skimmed through it to know what I'm saying makes sense. You feel me? And it's just like that's why it's hard to debate with me on anything I'm saying a lot of the times because I've already kind of went on the other side of it. I've already seen it from I've already played devil's advocate with myself. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get on here and spew out a bunch of opinions. You feel me? And if I do, I'll make sure it's known that it's my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't really receive any. I ain't gonna say I don't receive any negative feedback, but it doesn't ever affect me negatively because I'm not that tied to what people think. You feel what I'm saying? Or how they feel. And I just like to hear different perspectives. Like somebody can come disagree with me 100%. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that because now I get a different way of seeing something.
Yeah. I would definitely throw a bone to it and say pro to the whole social media thing and exposure that it can bring. You know what I'm saying? That Teddy Riley comment, that Teddy Riley co-sign, bro. Speak on that real quick.
Oh, now that's major, bro, and it's a crazy story, right?
Cause I'm hip. I know exactly who the hell that is.
Yeah. What's crazy though, right, is I've actually tattooed Teddy Riley.
Word.
Yeah, this is what's crazy, right? My homie hit me. Shout out to Brown, right? Antonio Brown. He hit me and he was like, no, it's a different Antonio Brown. Yeah. But my partner Brown is a jeweler and a watch. He sells watches and he does everything. But he was tour manager for Teddy Riley's tour. Right. And he hit me and he's like, hey man, Teddy want you in Atlanta? I'm like, yeah. He's like, Teddy want to get a tattoo. I'm like, bet. You feel me? He's like, well, I'm like, where I need to be. So he sent the address. I pull up, it's Keith Sweat house.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so Teddy Riley is at Keith Sweat house.
In the Sweat Hotel.
Right, so
you tattooed in the Sweat Hotel?
Man, listen, bro. So I pull up to this big ass house and then I walk around the side of the building, right? He like come through the side gate. I come through the side gate, bro. It's like a fucking 400-foot fucking projector screen, like outside of the pool, swimming pool, bro. And the fucking view of the city, like over the rail. This nigga got 2 swimming pools. This shit is insane, bro. Some shit I've never seen before. He got like fucking, like a little river flowing like on the side of the shit. So I walk in, I go through the basement. Now, mind you, this nigga basement is bigger than most people's houses, right? So I walk down the stairs into the basement. Yeah. Walk downstairs and I'm like, damn, this nigga rich. You feel me? So I go in the basement and fucking, here go Teddy Riley. You feel me? He's standing over talking to one of his assistants or something. So Brown come down. He's like, all right, I'm finna introduce you to Teddy. So I come over and this nigga floats over like Jesus. You feel me? Shit funny. This shit remind me of like a Chappelle episode when he was talking about Rick James. This is what it felt like. So the nigga comes over and he was just like, he shakes my hand. He's like, good to meet you, brother, whatever. So we just start talking and he tells me what he want to get, right? So I set up the tattoo equipment and shit. And I start tattooing him and we just talking and shit. And he just telling me, now mind you, I know this nigga's discography and his history, but he's telling me like shit just telling me stories of shit that nobody knows or would have ever known. You feel what I'm saying? How the Michael Jackson shit came about and how he ended up writing for all these people. And I'm just like, man, this nigga is really like the GOAT, bro. Yeah. Like he's one of the GOATs. Sure. So I'm getting good into tattooing and in walks Keith Sweat. You feel me? Keith Sweat come down the stairs. And he's standing right beside me while I'm tattooing Teddy Riley. He kind of standing over my shoulder. And he's like, nigga, he's like, you gonna tattoo, nigga? He's like, what, you going through a midlife crisis or something? So he laughed and shit. And he was like, hell nah. So mind you, the studio is in the basement too. Yeah. So the nigga come downstairs and this nigga's like, he gives me like real uncle rock star vibes. He got his shirt bloused open. You feel me? This nigga, you could tell he an old nigga to work out too. You feel me? He just like, you could tell this nigga Keith Sweat is like into Keith Sweat. You feel me? So he goes down.
As I'd imagine.
Yeah, so he go down and he go in the studio. So while I'm tattooing the nigga Teddy Riley, I hear Keith Sweat in the studio. He ended up making music. So he opens the door. The music is playing. I'm listening to him. So he come back out and we chop it up a little bit more. And then the nigga like fades into the black and goes away too. You feel me? So I finished with Teddy. And while I'm tattooing Teddy Riley, so my homie tried to throw me a bone, right? Because I do music. So he's like, Teddy, you ever heard any of Bone stuff? And he was like, nah, play me something, right? So I stopped and I like pull up my Instagram and I start playing. No, matter of fact, I don't pull up the Instagram. I pull up a song and I start playing the song. And he like kind of in his phone, he listening. You know how niggas be kind of like off in the distance.
Yeah.
Don't look like he really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And this nigga like, yeah, you can turn that shit off. So I'm like, God damn, like
You call it shit?
yeah, he's like, yeah, you can turn that shit off. I'm like, damn, like. Then he opens his phone, he opens his Instagram, and he goes to my page, and he plays it, and he said, "Oh, I've been a fan. I already own your shit. You ain't got to play nothing
Oh,
for me.
word?
I'm on it." It's like I'm on it. And then he went up to the top, and he was like, "I already follow you," and I ain't never noticed the nigga was in my followers. You feel me? It's like, yeah, I've been on you. I'm a fan already. He's like, I just didn't put the two and two together, and that shit just blew my mind. I was like, damn, this nigga already fuck with my music. So when I dropped and he started commenting on stuff, I was just like, damn, oh. And then before I left, he was just like, yeah, bro, you're officially fam. Like, anything you need me for, you can call me.
That's what's
He gave
up,
me his
man.
number. He was just like, anything you need.
Oh,
just-
young nigga, I know who that is, bro.
Yeah, bro, you
That's
gotta
what
know who Teddy Riley is.
bro.
Yeah, so that was my story. That shit was
Blue
like
Jack Swing.
super unreal, super surreal moment, bro. I was just like, what the fuck is this, bro? I
Would-
mean,
would you say that-
Keith Sweathouse tattooing Teddy Riley.
Would you say those are the most famous people that you've met tattooing?
Teddy Riley is up there. Yeah, up there for sure. He got to be up there.
I mean, him and Keith Sweat got to go.
It don't get no
together.
it don't get no bigger than Teddy Riley for real.
For sure, for sure. Going back to just social media though, has it ever been to a point, or in any case, are you noticed just strictly off of Facebook? Like you're the guy off of social media. You ever get that?
Yeah, I do. I actually I was about to get a speeding ticket. I was on my way to Atlanta, and I had my brother and my
Police nigga?
my brother and my brother and my brother-in-law in the car. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going 95 in the 60, and I get pulled over. That's a super speeding ticket. So I get pulled over, and he come over to the window, and I'm going to grab my ID. So my head, how you grab your ID, you kind of turn to the side and grab my ID. He's like, let your window down. Let me see your license registration. So I turn, and I hand him my license, and he look at me, he look at my license, and he look at me, and he was like, Boneface? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, I follow you on social media, man. I love your stuff, man. I love your stuff, man. He was like, I'm going to give you your license and your registration
what's
back,
up.
and I'm going to turn around and walk in my car, and I'm going to pretend like I never seen you.
That's what's up.
And my brother was like, bro, what the fuck? And I was like, boy, this got to be what white privilege feel like. Yeah, but he let me go.
Couple more, because like I said, this is probably my longest one, but to be honest with you, this could be like twice as long, bro. Because even as we go, like I'm questions are generating.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is how I engage. It's actually an engaging conversation. It's not just an interview. Next question.
Right.
I'm fitting these questions in with our conversation.
Right, as you should.
But let's speak on attention, man. Can you explain, because you've been doing this for a while,
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing this since the 90s per se, and it's 2025, and of course you've been on Ink Master, social media, music. Can you just explain how you've observed attention and how it may fluctuate?
It'll humble you real quick when you realize that it's not about you. So that's why it's like I never get too high or too low on attention, because I understand that none of the attention is about me. When people want to take pictures with you, it's not about you or for you. It's for their clout. It's when they want to be attached to something. We see it all the time when we don't pay attention to it. When somebody dies, the first thing somebody posts is, "Oh my God, I was just with them," or "Oh my God, I just talked to them," or "Oh my God, that's mine." You feel me? They make it about them. You feel me? Even in death, they make it about them. It's never about you. So anytime somebody's giving you praise or compliment, that's why it's like if somebody tells you you look great today and you don't say thank you or you don't give a reply, it's considered rude. You feel me? Because you're not coddling them. You feel me? You're not acknowledging the part about them. You feel me? It's like, have a good day. You too. You feel me? It's like people are reaching to be acknowledged and people just want to be relevant. You feel me? So it's like you see it all the time where they had an experiment to where it was this baseball player that everybody hated, and they were doing an interview, right? And he was like standing behind the cutout of himself, and they were just like, "What would you say to him if he was here right now?" And they was just like, "You're a jerk. You suck, and you X Y Z." And he come from behind the cutout,
Like,
and the energy change. Yeah, can I take a picture with you? Like, you feel me? Yeah, it's just like, yeah. So even with like the president, it's like people shit on him. It's just like, but if he pop up at the gas station, you want a picture.
You'll go live in a heartbeat.
Right.
Look who I'm over here with.
That's why people go live. That's why people film fights. It's just like it's their chance to become relevant off your moment without having to be a part of the moment. You feel me? I don't have to punch nobody or get punched, but if I record it, I get the same clout. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like when you realize it's not about you, then fame doesn't even and attention don't even, it's not even a thing anymore. You feel me? So when somebody run up to me or try to acknowledge me or like want me on something, it's not about me. Even if something as deep as this interview, right?
But do you take that personal?
I don't. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's just the way things go. It's like you get invited to the lunch table because you're somebody, and you can also build the platform for the lunch table. And same with my podcast. I invite you because it's like it's gonna add something to what I'm doing. I'm not inviting you. Like nobody does. It's like they say, nothing is free. Nobody does anything for free. Nobody engages you with you for free. So it's more. So I appreciate it more when somebody's just like, "Hey, bro, can I take a picture? This shit's gonna be big for me." You feel me? Like, because I know it's not about me, so I don't take it personal, and nobody should, because that's just how the world works.
Yeah, like I say, with the lunch table though, I just knew that we had solid work.
100%.
So I said, that's work.
Right, for sure. And then it's like you get to be a part of it. You feel me? It's your platform, and it's like it's going to help.
That's how I hit up. That's how I hit up mostly like everybody with a name. It's like it ain't on no, and like I may be wrong for this, but it's like I see everybody equally per se, like or eye to eye. I don't see myself better or no one better than me or lower than me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I treat everyone with respect. And if I reach out to you, I'm like, yo, let's work.
But that's 100. But that's 100% why I came through. Like I said, like I'm big on like how I'm perceived. Like I won't get on a song with somebody if I know the production ain't gonna be good. I won't get on a song with you if I know the beat ain't gonna be good or it ain't gonna be recorded properly. I don't want to be in the music video if it ain't gonna be a certain quality because I got a standard for me, right? But on the flip side of that, if I see something in you and I see that you're genuine and I see that you're solid and I see that, you feel me, I can foresee where you're going. And I like my thing is like greatness is not measured by where somebody is, it's where they're going to go. Like greatness is great before anybody recognizes it's great, right? So it's one of those things to where it's just like, bro, I'll compromise all my standards and everything I believe in to be in a space with somebody who I believe that like is like that, or you genuine, or you just a good person. You feel me? Right. So I did my research, and that's why I said I'm glad you reached out later than earlier, because I got to see you. You feel me? I got to like watch you do your thing to where I could appreciate it and say, bro, yeah, I'll fuck with bro in any environment, on any camera. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the benefit of being solid and being real, is that real people can recognize that. And that's why you can get people like Big Bone and Jermaine and all these people to just pull up whenever. It's because they recognize, like real recognize real, bro. That's a real thing. Yeah,
and that's like the whole, that's really my whole objective, dog. And that's my legacy. I just want to be remembered that I was a real nigga, dog. And it's so cliche to say, to the point where you can't say it because like, okay, he's trying to be real.
How much effort does it take?
None.
Exactly. Exactly. I wake up no effort. It don't take effort to be me, and I think
but people see how effortless it is, and try to take that blueprint and put all their effort in, and now that persona becomes a persona, and they think that you just participate in persona. No, motherfucker, it is me.
Nah, the thing is what it is though, bro. Is like if you wake up 6'7", there's no effort in being 6'7". But if I'm 5'10", it's effort in being 6'7". So I have to do a lot. I have to stand on some shit. I have to do a lot to look that big. So the thing about it is,
accept the reality, nigga. You can never be 6'7".
Right. But
can't be 7.
And what they miss is that being yourself is the authentic thing, right? But people will see you being authentically you, and instead of being authentically them, they'll try to be you, and now you're not authentic. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's just, that's the beauty, that's the trick of the game, is that like, bro, all you gotta do is be yourself. It's only one you, bro. Be you.
Yeah, because the grass ain't all green, bro. I just want to be remembered as I was authentic and real, bro.
Yeah, it's just, and some shit that you do effortless, bro, people don't do. And they can't do. Yeah, so that's just how that shit work.
and that's the whole thing. The fact that they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They think that you just mastered the craft of acting at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, bro.
It's just me. That's just me. And people will hate you for just being you, bro. Like damn, bro, I ain't do nothing but show up and be me. And that's an issue. It's like I tell you, greatness makes people uncomfortable, bro.
Nigga, I cried last week. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You hear me? But what's Pensacola missing? All right, just have a look.
What's Pensacola missing?
Yeah, that's a broad question. But yeah.
I think it's mindset, bro. Pensacola ain't missing nothing. I think the people are missing a lot. The people in Pensacola are missing a lot, but the city itself ain't missing nothing. Yeah, I think it's how you approach things. I think it's how much information you have. I think that's what we're missing as people is the information, because there are people here who are thriving and there are people here who are failing. So it obviously ain't the city. You feel me? Yeah, I look at places like a woman, right? It's like usually how a woman is and who a woman is based on the man. You feel what I'm saying? Like you might be able to get something out of a woman that I can't get out of her. You feel me? Everybody gonna show up as a different version of them for the version of you. You feel me? And I just think that I approach the like traveling in cities the same way. When I get here, you feel me? This bitch gonna react like this for me because I'm this way. This who I am. So I can go to Nashville and be God. You feel me? I can go to California and be God. You feel what I'm saying? It's just all about my mindset and who I am. It ain't the place. You feel me? It's the person. It's you.
And the persona and the character that you create in this particular setting.
100%. So it's like the place don't matter. Pensacola ain't missing nothing. I just think a lot of the people in Pensacola are missing some stuff.
Mm-hmm. What's your biggest red flag for a female?
My biggest red flag for somebody that's not open-minded and can't learn. Yeah, you got to, because I think that we wake up different every day. And if you waking up the same and you refusing to adopt or accept anything different, then we're not gonna work out. Because I'm forever growing and forever changing. And if you ain't moving the same way, then it ain't gonna work out.
Like I say that subject and that concept, that can lead to a whole nother hour with me.
For sure.
But yeah, to condense it, what's your message to black men? Even though we already had a segment, what's your message to black men?
I just think we have to. Once you recognize the problem, there can be no excuses. You feel me? Like I think you can have reasons, but those reasons can't be excuses. You feel me? We got to change. Like once we recognize something, we got to change it. And we realize something is toxic. You feel me? And we keep doing it, then it doesn't matter who's putting the toxic out of it. We talked about that with the fast food restaurant. Once we realize McDonald's hamburgers are bad, you feel me, and that they meant to kill you, you keep pulling up to eating them, then it's on you at this point. So it's just like we gotta take control of we gotta take control of our stories and be more accountable.
Definitely, we are control of our own narrative. I think that's what we really need to understand. Like I said, be accountable because we are in control of our own narrative. In a certain aspect, yeah, the game is set up for us to fail. We already when it comes to the starting line, we already like a couple feet back. That's apparent, but that don't mean that you just say fuck your life. You know what I'm saying? We still have purpose. One of my favorite. Shout out to my dog Balance. My dog Balance. He had one of my favorite moments. Because we were speaking about just this and how he was perceived in school and not accepted in school because he wasn't acting ignorant every day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, you chose not to fail. Like we can be black and choose not to fail. Mm-hmm. Like and if we are not accepted for not accepting death or failure as a black man, fuck them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, plug anxiety issues, man.
Yeah, we got the Anxiety Issues podcast. I'm sure we're gonna bring you on there. We're about to bring it back right now. I'm just revamping everything so that way we can give y'all a quality product. Shout out to Adam Taylor, brilliant co-host. Man, I would love to see y'all on the same set.
Don't me and Adam?
It would be 100%. I think y'all would be dope together. So I'm definitely gonna bring you on when we get it fired back up. But yeah, we've been going for almost 4 years now. We took a hiatus for about 1.5 years, and we're just bringing it back. Everything revamped and better.
Like with you and what y'all got on y'all plate, definitely, like I say, it's justification why they would be hiatus and everything. Cause we got so much shit that you're doing, but
just in general, anybody with a podcast, I say this every time. Don't stop this shit if you start it. If you stop it, stay away. If you start it, keep going.
Yeah, it definitely requires a level of consistency, bro. You got to wake up and live in this shit if you want to be successful at it. And
It's gonna be dead spots.
yeah, and I'm just trying to create a space to where I could make it a lifestyle, something that I'm doing every day. But that you got to get your ducks in a row before you do that, or everything around you will be collapsing while you're recording.
Facts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have surpassed 2 hours, and believe it or not, I condensed the format. Like I say, this is genuine and it's authentic to where we can really talk for hours. I didn't think it was gonna reach this far, but like I said, this is me condensing it because shit is running like that. But is there anything you want to ask me?
Nah, man, I'm excited to see your platform grow. I think you're gonna do great things, bro. And we already talked behind the scenes on how we could grow this. I don't know if you want the people to know or not.
Oh, go ahead. You want to?
Yeah, so I'm opening up this tattoo mall spot, and it does have a podcast area in it. So the lunch table will be over at my spot. Now, I feel like bro shows a lot of promise, and I like his energy. I think he's super, super professional, which is the most important part. You like well studied. I don't see you on here like trying to wing it with your guests. It's like you really do this shit. You like really put the work in. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to bless you with a space to where you could do your thing and not have to worry about the extra shit. You feel me? You just pull up and do your thing. And
we worry about it a lot. Just making this shit happen. That's why you see where I'm at right now. Yeah. So I ain't got to deal with that shit.
Yeah. So we finna turn it up though. I'm definitely want to be a part of your story. Like I say, we legacy is creating paths to where you can live. You feel me? And be a part of other people's stories. And I'm just happy. I'm excited to be a part of your story, bro. I think you're gonna do really well. Yeah. So
appreciate it.
There's that. So we will have the lunch table over at the tattoo mall, which is just a giant media hub anyway. And I'm just trying to link with a lot of like-minded people who, you feel me, carry the vibe that I want. It'll be exclusive. It won't be for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But the people there, it's gonna be a vibe.
That's what's up, bro. Y'all already know what it is. The places at the time is now. You got your boy Savo in the building signing out, bro. Y'all just seen the classic. Y'all just listened to the classic, and I doubt this is gonna be the last one. So it's gonna be start of many, but y'all already know what it is, bro. Shout out your handle so they know where to find you if they ain't already there.
Yeah, everything Boneface Inc. Everything Boneface Inc. All my handles are Boneface Inc. Facebook and Warren Johnson. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah.
Two dope boys in the Cadillac. We ain't up in no local chokers. Think we done been here, done been there. And you niggas never there. But for real, I think it's heavy. I wanna swing. Soul selection. Two dope boys in the lab, moving expedition. Watching for the ball, this the fan edition. Candy kissing, throwing like Shador. We ain't even missing prime time, 21 flavor. Doors and elevators, levitating, moonwalking, baby. Ain't no hesitating, neighbors helping neighbors. Well, my neighbors blue, still my favorite.